Before the bright lights of the Strip and the what happens here stays here mantra, Fremont Street was and still is the shining star of the Nevada desert. But even on this small historic avenue, there's a first time for everything. Tonight, Muay Thai takes centre stage in the first fight ever from Glitter Gulch as two of the sport's most decorated veterans take their turn under the lights. Also, one of the biggest names in women's MMA takes her talent from the cage to the ring. Pull up a chair and we'll deal you in. Coming up next on Access Fights. Right hand down the tube, jumping knee. There's the violence. It's good. The world. If I wake up, I to conceal what I need. I take up what I want. I steal. Heroic dose I take. Heroic dose I take. Heroic dose I take. Heroic dose I take. The fight capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, once again is set to get electrified with Muay Thai action. From historic Fremont Street outside the D Hotel and Casino, welcome to Lion Fight number 11. Hello everybody, I'm Michael Chiavello. Fantastic to be here in Las Vegas. I'm joined as always by my verbal sparring partner, former UFC champion, former American kickboxing champion, Pat Miletich. Pat, an epic main event here tonight. What a cracker it is going to be. As Brazilian Cosmo Alexander, former world champion, former King's Cup champion, takes on a former Rajdaman champion and one of the hottest names in the world of Muay Thai, Nampong of Thailand. In Cosmo Alexander, you've got a man who's been on a tear in the mixed martial arts world. Winning his last 5 fights in Bellator, he returns to the Muay Thai ring for the first time in 2 years here tonight. What a transition to make. Taking on Nampong after a 2-year hiatus, Pat. Has he bitten off more than he could chew?
Well, technically, Muay Thai is different than MMA. You've got to look out for more in MMA, but the strikers are crisper in Muay Thai. But Cosmo Alexander has the power advantage. He has the athletic advantage, and he's a combat sports monster. He does it in MMA and boxing, kickboxing. The guy's very good.
You talk about one of the finest Muay Thai fighters in the world at the moment. You talk about Nampong, WMC world champion, former Rajdaman champion, which pretty much means in this sport, you are the man. Tremendous teeth kick, tremendous left high round kick, tremendous hands, fantastic grappler with wicked knees. And Pat, he says he can knock out Cosmo here tonight, most likely with the knees or with his left high kick.
Yeah, and if you saw Nampong on the street, he looks like a school kid. He doesn't look like he could bust a grape, but trust me, he can put you to sleep. Very, very crisp striker, very accurate, and stays relaxed when he fights.
Our co-main event here tonight is going to be a rip snorter. She returns to Muay Thai. She's only had a couple of fights as an amateur. Arguably the most dangerous woman on the planet, mixed martial arts world champion Chris Cyborg steps up against undefeated French woman Jennifer Colombe, who is 10-0. We saw Cyborg at the weigh-ins yesterday, Pat. The thing that concerned us, the weight cut was hard. She was almost in tears. She was gaunt. She was drained. Has she rehydrated enough here tonight? How do you think she'll look?
Well, I know she needed a lot of fluids back in her. It's not often. I've seen a lot of dehydrated fighters over the years, but Chris Cyborg was extremely dehydrated. Eyes sunk way back in her head. I hope she's rehydrated because she's going to need it.
Jennifer Colombe has shown no respect whatsoever to Cyborg. She says, I don't care about Cyborg's ungodly power. I don't care about her reputation in mixed martial arts. Muay Thai is my sport. I'm 10-0. I've got a game plan, and the game plan is not to knock out Cyborg here tonight. The game plan, Pat, is to outscore her. Work the legs, tie her up in the clinch, and work the knees. And they were head-to-head yesterday, right here in Fremont Street, head-to-head at the weigh-in, and Colombe showed her no respect.
Yeah, 10-0 with 10 knockouts. You're not going to show anybody any respect. But when she fights Cyborg tonight, she's going to have to be smart, fight that finesse fight, stay on the outside, and when Cyborg comes barreling in with those bomb punches, she better tie her up.
Cyborg will come in the favourite, but there is a flutter of late money here at the D because people are saying this is Colombe sport. She is, after all, 10-0. Folks, check out the rest of this stacked card here at Line Fight 11. We kick off with the Matador, Jose Palacios, taking on Scott Leffler in a rematch. Last time out, Palacios broke Leffler's jaw in just 20 seconds. And then the pro debut of Monique Travis and Angela Hill. Carl Uruguay takes on the Diamond Malapet, a man with almost 200 fights to his credit. And then, championship on the line, the soul assassin Kevin Ross takes on the battleship from Japan, Tetsuya Yamato, the former K1 Max champion. Pat, take us through the official rules.
I'd love to do that for you. Nevada State Athletic Commission will oversee tonight's Lion fights. All the fights tonight are 5 3-minute rounds. They must remain busy in the clinch or they will be separated by the referee. Elbows are legal, but just as in MMA, no 12 to 6 o'clock elbows. Knees are legal, dumps are legal, and the scoring will be done on the 10-point must scoring system.
Now, folks, if you watch traditional Muay Thai, you will know usually it's the elbows that score the highest, followed by the knees, the kicks and the punches. They do things a little differently here in the US of A, where they'll score more on damage, on ring generalship, on aggression, and how much output both fighters have. Okay, folks, it's time to get Line Fight 11 started here for the first time ever from historic Fremont Street outside the D Hotel and Casino. Let's go up to our ring announcer, Jake Gutierrez.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our fighters to make their approach to the ring. Would you please welcome first, Jose Palacios.
Jose Palacios, the man they call the Matador. A strange name for a Muay Thai exponent, but if you've seen him fight, you'll know why. Because when Jose Palacios gets in the ring, it's about his technique, but more so, it's about his footwork. It's about the crazy angles that he works. Last time out against Leffler, he broke Leffler's jaw in just 20 seconds of the first round with an overhand right. He's ranked number 3 by the WBC in North America. A smart fighter with a record of 7-5. He says history will repeat itself here tonight.
Coming to the ring, please welcome Scotty Leffler.
Will it be repeat or revenge for Scotty Leffler here tonight? Last time he fought Palacios, as we said, got his jaw shattered. Leffler says he's not gun-shy. He's put the shattered jaw behind him. But if Palacios gets that overhand right going again, you have to wonder, psychologically, if the feeling of his mouth being broken will come back to haunt Scotty Leffler. Leffler needs to cut off the ring. That's the key. He needs to put Palacios against the ropes, needs to put him in a corner, and needs to turn this fight into an out-and-out brawl.
Yeah, he wants to make it ugly and get on Palacios. Palacios says he's got a lot of respect for this guy, even though he broke his jaw early on in their last fight. He says, you know what, this guy went to another tryout for a TV show with his jaw wired shut.
A tell the tape for our opening matchup here at Lion Fight 11. 7-5 versus 5-5. 7 years the older is Scotty Leffler. Both men stand 5'9". Weight advantage goes the way of Leffler. Reach to Leffler in both the arms and the legs. We are ready to get this historic night officially underway. Once again up to Jake Gutierrez.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Fremont Street Experience, right here in the heart of the fight cup of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. As tonight, Lion Fight Promotions, in association with the D Hotel and Casino, proudly presents Lion Fight 11, a night of Muay Thai kickboxing. Tonight's bouts are sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The chairman is Bill Brady, executive director is Keith Kaiser. Tonight's bouts are being broadcast live on Access TV. And now, fans, you are ready for this upcoming bout. It's scheduled for 5 rounds in the welterweight division. Our 3 judges scoring will be Adelaide Bird, Dick Houck, and Mark Smith. And when the action starts, the man in charge, referee Junichiro Kamijo. Introducing first, he'll be fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the red trunks. He weighed in at 145.5 pounds. His professional record stands at 7 victories with 5 defeats. He has 3 wins by knockout. Coming to us from Milpitas, California, introducing Jose Palacios. And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, he wears blue with silver, and he weighed in at 147 pounds. His record, 5 victories, 5 defeats, with 3 wins by knockout. From right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, introducing Scotty Leffler.
All right, gentlemen, this is a 5 rounds of full rules Muay Thai fight. Obey my command and protect yourself all the time. Touch him up. Go back to your corner.
Third man in the ring, Junichiro, about to get us underway as Lion Fight 11 kicks off here in historic Fremont Street, Las Vegas. Will it be repeat or revenge? Leffler, who lasted only 20 seconds last time out against Palacios, before Palacios caught him with an overhand right and broke his jaw. Fantastic crowd on hand at 95 degrees. A balmy night here in Las Vegas, and we're underway. The southpaw stance on Palacios. Nice right hand down the tube from Leffler, which is what he wants to do. Keep the lead foot on the outside of Palacios' lead foot and throw the right hand down the tube.
Leffler said he wanted to keep his left hand up in this fight. I'm guessing so, after getting his jaw broken the first fight.
It's already gone longer than the last time they fought. 3-punch combination from Palacios. Slips the jab through. Right high kick off the back leg from Leffler. Uppercut inside thigh kick from Palacios. Both these men have opened up well, Pat, with the combination.
Yeah, very, very fluid combos. I'm impressed. I like it.
Palacios plowing through with the right cross. I should say the left cross of the southpaw. Flips him the short, tagging right hand. And Leffler again strings the combination together well.
Leffler doing a good job of stepping outside that foot when he attacks. Getting outside the southpaw right foot.
Front kick from Leffler. The answer there from Palacios to the outside back thigh. They clinch up for the first time. It's Leffler who gets off the opening knee to the lower right rib cage. Palacios returns the favor of the left ribs. Knee guard put on here by Palacios as Leffler puts him in the corner, puts him against the ropes. This is where Leffler said he wanted Palacios to be.
Yep, wanted to get ugly in here.
Straight right hand, inside thigh kick from Leffler. Cross there from Palacios. Leffler again attacking the upper right rib cage with that round kick.
Yeah, landed solidly.
You saw the overhand right there from Palacios.
Leffler stepping through with his right foot. He's got to be careful when he's stepping through. If he gets clipped, he's going to get put down because he's going to be off balance.
I like the way that Palacios is checking the kicks that Leffler is throwing to his lead leg. He'll check them with his right leg and then counter with his left leg. Right hook from Leffler, misses the target. Gloves nice and high on him. Indeed, it doesn't look like Scotty Leffler is gun-shy about the broken jaw from last time out. It was a devastating one. He already has a huge purple welt on the inside of his lead thigh, courtesy of those inside leg kicks off the back leg from Palacios. And again, Palacios finds that target.
Palacios doing a good job. He probes, he goes high, he goes low, and waits for openings to happen, and then throws the power.
Palacios, who came in the favorite here tonight with William Hill, the bookmakers at the D, at -160. Final seconds of this opening round. This is going to be a boost mentally for Leffler to get out of the first round against Palacios and maybe even take the round as we go to the tables. There was a slight breeze blowing through Fremont Street about a half hour ago. That seems to have died off now. We're still up around 95 degrees here. A very warm night. The fighters will sweat a lot. But what beautiful conditions under the bright lights of Fremont Street.
Too many bodies in here now. They're blocking the wind.
An inswell being applied under the left eye of Palacios.
He's lost once you move left.
A very relaxed Scotty Leffler over in the red corner.
Remember the uppercut I was telling you about. Range, body shot, uppercut. Okay? Keep it basic, you're doing fine. Okay?
Second round of action, Palacios takes the first on Pat Milicic's scorecard at 10-9. Outside leg kicks from Leffler, doubles up on it off the lead leg. Looked for a deep kick but was checked. Palacios getting off some hand combinations, leading with his jab.
Nice.
Outside leg kick from Leffler.
Nice counter off that kick, too, with that straight right.
Outside leg kick again by Leffler, loses his footing in the center of the ring.
I think he's hurt from the punch.
Palacios looking to set that left hand, the power hand of the southpaw. Inside leg kick. And my word, has he painted a target on the inside thigh of Scotty Leffler. That makes me hurt just looking at it. All purple just below the hemline of his trunks. Good gut-munching teep kick off the left leg there from Palacios.
Yeah, Palacios doing a good job with the left leg front kicks, the teeps, and also the liver with the round kicks.
Continues to just tenderize that femoral artery area on the inside upper thigh of Scotty Leffler. Nice hook and a chopping leg kick combination from Leffler.
Set that up beautifully.
Round kick by Leffler off the right. There's also damage on the hamstring area, the right leg of Leffler. Palacios is just doing a number here on the legs of Scotty Leffler.
Yep, setting those kicks up nice.
Leffler looking to set his right hand, throws it, missed it, went for the outside thigh kick. A little more flat-footed in this round, Scotty Leffler needs to pick up the pace here with 1 minute 15 remaining in the second of 5. Good right hook from Leffler. It's Palacios now who needs to start throwing. Leffler step up elbow, missed the target, just trying to open a cut over the eyebrow of the Matador.
Yeah, went right through the hair.
Inside leg kick from Leffler. Should have followed through with the right hand as Palacios dropped his gloves. Leffler stepping forward, a little confused as to what he wanted to throw. He thought about the elbow, but noticed the timing wasn't quite there.
Yeah, you got to be careful hesitating. You get clipped if you do that.
Palacios gets out of the way of the left hook, not so the outside thigh kick. They tango, dead center of the ring. Knee catches Palacios on the forearm. Tries to thread it over the top of the elbow.
He caught him in the forehead with that knee, doing a good job of controlling where Palacios' head was with his head.
Step out, step out, step out.
It was nice.
Fight!
Oh, fork right hand from Scotty Leffler, trying to press Palacios back into the corner. Overhand elbow from Leffler. The elbow attempts should score well for Scotty Leffler as we end the second of 5. Take a look at this action here. Beautiful sweep.
Yeah, doing a good job with the hook and then booting that leg out from underneath him. That was nice. Got him off balance with the hook. Generally doesn't end up like that, but I think the hook hit him hard enough. He was off balance to begin with. Got him stumbling and then finished him with the kick low.
Big breaths in the corner for Scotty Leffler. Very good round for him, though. Maybe not enough to win it. And Pat Milicic certainly has it right, I believe. 10-all, second round, 2019 to the Matador, Jose Palacios after 2.
That's the first time I've ever done that. That's hard. That was a hard round.
Palacios wants to go back to that inside leg, but it's Leffler who opens up with a successful leg kick. Now, Palacios, usually a man of incredible footwork, doesn't seem to be using his angles as much here tonight. Looking for range on his cross here, Palacios, and he eats a cross from Leffler.
Both these guys' records does not reflect how good they are.
Palacios 7-5, Scotty Leffler 5-5. Good jab there from Palacios, threads it through. Overhand right from Palacios, the technique he used to break Leffler's jaw last time out.
Leffler saw that one coming.
Leffler getting off the right knees. They'll score well for him. That one to the kidney region, trying to thread one up high over the right shoulder. And referee Genichiro separates both men.
Yeah, Palacios wise to that trick with that left knee coming up high now.
Just now, a beautiful cool breeze starts to blow again onto Fremont Street here in downtown Las Vegas. Overhand right from Palacios, stiff jab from Leffler. And again from Leffler. You can see the Sakyant tattoo on the back of Scotty Leffler. Very painful tattoo to receive, usually done with an old-fashioned hammer and needle. Literally chiseled into the skin. Clinch up center of the ring. A bit of a tango here. Who will get the knees off? It's Palacios off the left leg. Leffler gets a knee off his right, and the referee breaks them.
Nobody really going for sweeps a whole lot in the clinch between these two.
Palacios, cheap kicks off both legs. There's a solid right cross from the Matador. Switches floor off the face of Scotty Leffler.
Leffler not big on head movement, I can tell you that.
Not big on checking leg kicks either. Leffler's inside thighs, you can see momentarily there, is an absolute mess.
Smiling at each other, they're having fun.
Bit of showboating with the right hand there from Palacios. Throws a wild bolo punch. Palacios smiling here. Step across outside thigh kick from the Matador. Good jab from Leffler. Front kick from Palacios. Then goes a little liver with the round kick off the lead leg.
Yeah, that shin bone bit nicely into the body.
25 seconds remains in this round. Step across outside thigh kick again from Palacios. Leffler must check those low kicks. Not only will the low kicks damage your legs, they'll also hinder your ability to effectively throw punches.
That was good. That was your round. Push all your wind out. Push all your wind out. Stand up straight, stand up straight.
Palacios doing a good job of finding a home for that right hand again now. Leffler just not moving his head. And also Palacios getting out of the way of Leffler's punches. Leffler starting to telegraph a little bit, maybe a little bit of fatigue setting in.
Get ready. Two more out. Back him up. He's the same as you. We need to stick that jab twice and follow with something. Either a right hand or right elbow or a kick.
One kick kicks Jim in the corner of Scotty Leffler as Nick gives the instructions. I'm sure they're telling their man, Pat, you've got to check the low kicks and you've got to counter off them from Palacios.
And move your head a little bit.
10-9, third round, says Pat Miletich. 30-28. A sellout crowd here outside the D Hotel and Casino on Fremont Street, Las Vegas. Line fight 11, alive and a happening. Some aggression now from Scotty Leffler. Inside leg kick from Leffler.
Nice, going to the back leg there.
Overhand right from Palacios. But this is Leffler's best start to a round so far from Pat.
Yeah, but he wants to make it ugly, he said, so he's got to get going on that.
Palacios again grinning, tries to counter off the leg kick with a right cross. Step up elbow there. Reverse elbow, not working for Leffler, but I like the thought of it. Right cross, snappy jab from Palacios. You see both men are now fighting in orthodox stance. Leffler tagging Palacios with that jab again.
Yeah, that was crisp, but this one punch, one kick type stuff for Leffler isn't going to produce for him probably. Needs to open up with combos and make it turn it into more of a brawl with Palacios.
Jump walking right hand from Leffler, but he telegraphed it. Palacios feeling again with that jab, trying to set the right cross here, or maybe the step through elbow. There's the right hand from Palacios. Didn't find the target. Tries for a cartwheel quick, employing a bit of his inner Sanchai. And a missing swinging right hand there from Leffler.
Off balance, stepping through with that right leg again.
Leffler trying to cut off the ring here as Palacios is drifting off to his right. There's a solid right hook from Leffler.
Yeah, you know, when he switches up to southpaw, Leffler's throwing that right hook. Every time he does it, he's throwing the left hook, or the right hook.
Tip kick to the midsection from Palacios, and he eats a jab. Leffler on the front foot. What a moment for our fighters here tonight, in front of the bright lights of the most historic location in all of Las Vegas. Wild with the right hook there, Leffler. Gloves up very high, leaves the body a little exposed if Palacios can kick to it, and he does just that off the right leg. Tries to curl around the back of the right glove. Through the guard goes Leffler with the jab. Inside thigh kick from Palacios. Palacios starts kicking again to that inside thigh, as he did in the first 2 rounds. Hasn't been so much, though, here in the penultimate.
No, but Leffler finally lands a solid right. But Palacios doesn't seem impressed with his power at all.
Palacios on the back foot, countered nicely. They clinch up against the ropes. Into the 4th round. We're going into the 5th.
Push all your wind out. Again. One more time. That round was too close, Jose. You gotta be more active. There's 3 more minutes for your fight. Alright? I need you to be active. 1-2s, and you follow up with leg kicks.
When you're backing him up, he's got nothing, okay? Keep him backing up. Yeah, don't be lazy with your hand. You're dropping them when you throw. Come on out. Lead. Good, this is your round. You need this round. It's all you've done. Okay? Moving forward. Okay? When he stands the same as you, you move to the right. When he goes southpaw, you move to the left. Okay, and I want you backing him up. Don't stop.
5th and final round, 10-9 for Palacios. And on Pat Milicich's scorecard, Scotty Leffler would need a knockout to win this fight. Palacios came in the favourite, -160. The closing odds on him, +120. The comeback on Leffler, courtesy of William Hill and the D Hotel and Casino for the odds here tonight.
That kick was shin bone to shin bone.
Nice and high on the inside thigh from Leffler. Indeed, you can sense it now in Scotty Leffler. He feels he needs to knock out Palacios, or at the very least get a 10-8 round out of it. Little elbow there, flicking to the nose from Leffler. Palacios jab 2, but eats a jab from Leffler. A bit more power behind the lead hand now of Scotty Leffler. Palacios steps across inside thigh kick. Leffler, nicely done. He led with the right cross and it worked for him. Step through knee to the liver area, and Palacios ties him up.
Yeah, Palacios tried to snatch that kick with the leg off the knee. Leffler doing a good job of driving that leg back down to the ground.
Leffler grits his teeth, comes forward, eats a jab from Palacios. And again Palacios, now finding his timing with that lead hand. Tip kick from Leffler.
Leffler started out this round nicely with the jab. Was working well for him, and it's, you know, he's winning this round because of it. You wonder, would he have fared better had he used it more earlier?
1:25 remains in the 5th and final round. We've got Jose the Matador Palacios ahead after 4, with Leffler needing a knockout. Attempted a dunk there from Scotty Leffler. Referee Genichiro separates them. Jab again from Leffler. Palacios digs the balls of the feet in with the tip kick and a tip to the knee. Cracks through that check there, does Leffler. Under a minute now remains in the fight. Leffler has certainly found some better range here in the 5th and final. But will it be a case of too little, too late from Scotty Leffler as he hits a cross and a step across outside thigh kick? Left hook from Leffler. Jab 2. And Palacios takes an inside thigh kick to the back leg. Leffler's got to go for it now, Pat. 20 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and you wonder if Palacios thinks he has this thing won, so he's coasting.
Overhand right from Palacios. Leffler clinches with him. Is there an elbow here? There's a knee to the breadbasket. There's a knee to the upper right rib cage. And that's all. The first fight of Lion Fight 11 is in the history books. Jose Palacios and Scotty Leffler.
Good last round for Leffler. But as you said, a little too late.
Folks, you can win signed Lion Fight gloves. Simply download our Access TV Fights app on iTunes or play on the Access TV Fights Facebook page. Pick the winners and win the gloves. Follow us on Twitter at Access TV Fights and tweet using the hashtag Lion11 for more details. So 49-47, final round going to Scotty Leffler on Pat Milicich's scorecard. But he has it 2 points to the Matador, Jose Palacios. A big night for Muay Thai. A night in which we're still going to see Cosmo Alexander and Match the Moon champion Nampong in our main event, and Chris Cyborg up against the undefeated Frenchwoman Jennifer Colombe. Will it be back-to-back victories for Palacios over Leffler? He broke his jaw in 20 seconds of their first outing. Didn't repeat here tonight. Came in as the favourite with the bookmakers. And should take his record to 8-5 in just a few moments' time. Also coming up tonight, don't forget Kevin Ross takes on the battleship, the former K1 Max Champion 2010, Japanese Max Champion Tetsuya Yamato. And the Diamond Melopet Sassiprapa takes on Cal Uruguay. If you've never been here before, folks, to Fremont Street, Las Vegas, next time you visit Sin City, do come down. It's actually my favorite place to visit in Vegas. Always something to see here. And what a setup we have outside the D Hotel and Casino, where it's still very warm. And we are now ready for Jake Gutierrez as we see Mayor Goodman in the crowd. Comes from her later on. Let's go up to Jake Gutierrez now.
After 5 rounds of action in the welterweight division, we go to the scorecards. Judge Adelaide Bird scored this bout 48-47. Judge Dick Hout scores at 49-46. And Judge Mark Smith also scores this bout 49-46. For the winner by unanimous decision, Scotty Leffler.
Unbelievable. The poor judging in Las Vegas continues. Scotty Leffler somehow scores a win over Jose Palacios.
Still ahead, 2 of Muay Thai's best. Nampong and Cosmo Alexander let it ride in a middleweight matchup under the lights.
ดีใจที่ได้มาอเมริกามาให้ทุกคนได้รู้ว่ามวยไทยเป็นยังไง
I started my career now on MMA. I have 6 fights, but my first love is Muay Thai.
Also, the Soul Assassin is back in a head-to-head matchup with Japanese K1 champion Tetsuya Yamato. Plus,
I like a new challenge, you know, and I like keeping motivation. I like competing because I like new adrenaline, you know.
Invicta featherweight champion Chris Cyborg makes her return to Muay Thai when Lion Fight 11 on Access TV rolls on.
Maximum Fighting Championship on Access TV.
Oh, there's the right hand from Rama.
Undefeated.
It's over. It's good.
Wow.
We should be in for an absolute classic.
This guy's a warrior.
Both fighters in need of a win. A big shot.
Oh, big right hand.
This is going to be a stand-up war.
This is the Maximum Fighting Championship, and the world watching live.
Lion Fight 11 live from the Fremont Street Experience in downtown Las Vegas. Here on Access TV, what a moment for American Muay Thai. What a moment for Las Vegas. First fights ever broadcast from historic Fremont Street. And once again, let's go up to our ring announcer, Jake Gutierrez, to keep our action rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our next two fighters to make their way to the ring. So please welcome Monique Travis.
Monique Travis makes her pro debut here tonight after an unblemished amateur career in which she went 13-0 with 1 TKO and 12 decision wins. An intense 3-month camp, she worked on her movement, developing angles, tightening her clinch work, and throwing elbows for the first time ever. She must watch out for Angela Hill's overhand rights. She needs to go to Hill's legs. Angela Hill doesn't like to check low kicks, and that's where Monique Travis will look to go to town, smashing the pegs and then coming over the top with her hands.
The fact that she worked on elbows for the first time for this fight and going up against a taller fighter who will probably be able to throw them easier, she's going to have to be very careful when it comes to elbows.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, approaching the ring, here is Angela Hill.
They call her Overkill. Angela Hill, undefeated 14-0 as an amateur with 4 knockouts. She comes to the ring here for her pro debut, a working bartender from New York City. She hopes to mix up a cocktail of knees and right hands here tonight. Particularly look out for Angela's overhand right. It's devastating. She's got to be careful of Monique Travis's range and her flurries. Use a tight guard, come forward, get on the inside, and throw that overhand right for the finish. That's the game plan for Angela Hill.
She has brutal power, and this was a nasty knockout. That poor girl took a nap in the middle of that fight. Took her quite a while to wake up, too.
The overhand right of Angela Hill, the weapon that decorated her amateur career. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Both women on pro debut, 3 years the elder is Monique Travis. 4'11" Travis, 5'3" of Angela Hill. Slight weight goes to Hill. She got the reach all over her in the arms and in the legs. Once again, let's go to Jake Gutierrez.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we continue here at the Fremont Street Experience in Las Vegas, Nevada with our next bout of the evening. A special attraction featuring the women of Muay Thai, scheduled for 5 rounds in the flyweight division. Judging will be John Baker, Robert Hoyle, and Glenn Trowbridge. The man in charge, referee Tony Weeks. Introducing first, she'll be fighting out of the blue corner. She wears black with pink trim, and she weighed in at 109 pounds. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, she makes her professional debut. From Atlanta, Georgia, here is Monique Travis. And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. She's wearing a blue with white, and she weighed in at 110 pounds. And just like her opponent, she too makes her professional debut this evening. From New York, New York, please welcome Angela Hill.
Okay, you both received your instructions. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourself at all times. Let's go.
Tony Weeks with the final instructions. Angela Hill comes in the favorite at -160. The comeback on Monique Travis at +120. That's the closing betting line here at the D Hotel and Casino, thanks to William Hill, and we're underway round number 1. wants to throw the overhand right. And they spill to the canvas inside the opening 10 seconds.
Getting physical early.
Jab from Hill, jab 2, high left round kick from Travis. Tie up dead center of the ring. Will they get the elbows off for the first time ever in their careers? Can't throw the elbows as an amateur. And certainly do so as pros.
Travis holding her own there in the clinch right now.
Nice turnaround to put Hill against the ropes and cork up that outside right thigh.
Stop.
Glancing elbow off the right there, and an accidental clash of heads, says Tony Weeks, separated both ladies. Step across the outside thigh kick, catch and counter with the right hand from Hill. Hill with the first knee in this exchange. Travis backs her into the blue corner, tries to get the elbow off the left arm, giving up a lot of height, a lot of reach here. One way to negate that reach advantage is to clinch up with the opponent, which Travis is doing well here in the first round, Pat.
Yeah, both girls are doing a good job of off-balancing each other in the clinch. A lot going on in there. A lot of pushing, a lot of pulling.
Big moment for both these ladies. As we said, pro debut for both of them, but also fighting on the same card as the lady they both list as their hero, Cyborg. Right hand lead there from Hill.
Not quite in Cyborg's weight division either.
Pinched up again. Chance for the elbow off the left, and there it is from Hill. Nicely done, just at the top of the ear of Travis. Travis with the knee to the midsection. Hill returns the favor, trying to fold her in half.
Yeah, that height advantage Hill has is definitely advantageous for elbows.
Front kick from Travis. Hill with the overhand right. It was the telling blow throughout her amateur career, the overhand right of Hill. There's a crossing elbow, Suttud. Good knee, nice chamber off the left leg from Hill, forcing Travis into the blue corner.
You know, when Travis throws punches from the outside, she leads with her head quite a bit. That's where the clash could happen a lot.
Hill trying to get over the top of the front kick. Travis looks for an uppercut elbow off the right. Jab there from Hill. A punt-sized dynamo, Monique Travis. And she tags Angela Hill with the left hook. Hill with the right cross. Step up elbow for Hill, and they go to the towers.
Girls starting out quick. Travis catching that leg and landing on her. Watch Hill throw a little extracurricular stuff in there. Push her off with the foot. Hill catching and throwing the punch, getting Travis off balance, and a nice liver kick. But she also did a good job throwing elbows in this first round. Landed probably 3 or 4 of them.
Leg kicks. Okay? What do I say?
Check fast leg
Yes.
Turn down.
Yes. All right. Take that. You got this. Go down, man.
10-9 Angela Hill, says Pat Miletich after one. How are you scoring it, folks? Wherever you're watching live on Access TV, your home for MMA. Now also your home for Muay Thai. Lion Fight 11. Good glancing right hand there from Monique Travis. Hill backs her against the rope, looks for a dump, can't execute. Good knee, she gets airborne on it.
Well, Travis actually being smart in here, tying her up. Using her strength. She's obviously a pretty strong girl, even though she's short. She's pretty powerful. Doesn't want to fight at that distance with Hill. That's where Hill's going to be better off, probably.
Elbow to the forehead there from Angela Hill. Both women tango here. Knee from Hill. Referee should separate, and he does. Travis with a front kick. Step across outside thigh kick just above the lead knee, hitting that common peroneal nerve, the old CPN. Jab from Hill. Hasn't thrown the overhand right here tonight as much as we thought she would have.
Great teep kicks, too, from Travis right now. Using that as a jab, keeping her off.
Step across outside leg kick again, hitting that lead knee. Good round so far from Monique Travis.
Absolutely. Hill looks a little more fatigued than Travis does. Might have to do with this clinch work. Travis being a powerful girl.
And Travis just not giving her a lot of room. Constantly working, constantly in the face of Angela Hill. Step across inside thigh kick, right cross combination from Hill, and she takes another leg kick. Gut-munching knee from Angela Hill. Dead center of the ring. Inside thigh, the knees, 2 in a row there from Monique Travis. Hill getting some knees off, but not really digging the point of the knee in. Got a left elbow and a nice thing to the midsection off there.
Yeah, she's trying to sneak him in.
This is where you think she'd throw the overhand right, but Monique Travis doing a good job of using her teep kick to keep Hill at bay. And there's the right hand, catch and counter from Angela Hill. She did it in the first round, successful again with it here in the second. Right hand lead from Hill.
Travis always coming back with 3 or 4 punches and a kick, though.
Good inside thigh kick from Hill. This is more like it from her.
Travis not wanting anything to go unanswered.
Clinch. Chance for the knees. Catches her on the humerus, but there was nothing funny about it. Travis, chance for the knee off the left leg. It's Hill that wins that exchange. Right hand lead from Hill. Tough round to score.
Good finish to the round for Hill, though, but I think Travis probably got her.
Don't forget, folks, to follow us on Twitter at Access TV Fights. Use the hashtag LineFight11. And also, while you're there, at Chevello Voice, at Pat Milicic. Let us know who you think's going to win our fights later tonight. Kevin Ross versus Yamato, Cosmo Alexander or Nampong, Chris Cyborg or Jennifer Colombe.
What about some body shots? I saw one, didn't like it. Remember, your body shot is going to set up for that bowler. Okay? Keep chopping away, but set them up. Don't look at the leg.
Again, we see here between rounds, Angela Hill choosing to stand. Monique Travis taking a seat. One round apiece, says Pat Milicic, after 2. Sellout crowd here at the Fremont Street Experience in downtown Las Vegas. Step across outside thigh kick and just gets upended there, Monique Travis. Front kick from Hill. Certainly a big ask for these two ladies on pro debut to fight in front of a crowd like this on national television, but they are living up to it.
Great adrenaline rush.
Stiff jab from Hill. Needs to chop underneath after she throws the hands. It was Travis looking to catch the kicking leg. Planting left hand. There's a right down the tube from Travis. Stiff jab from Hill, then goes to the body.
Yeah, she threw that left hook right when Hill was ready to throw that right elbow.
Right hand, overhand right. The trademark punch of Angela Hill hasn't really worked for her so far here tonight.
She doesn't look super comfortable. I don't think she can get into a rhythm because Travis is so busy. In there scrapping constantly with her.
Both women were undefeated as amateurs. 13-0, Monique Travis, 14-0, Angela Hill. An extensive 3-month training camp for Monique Travis for this one. And it's certainly paid off thus far, as we're over the midway point of the 3rd round of 5.
Hill doing a good job of hopping her hips back to get that knee in there to be able to fit it in. Doing a good job now of that.
Trying to put Travis into the neutral corner and fire that right hand. Now clinches up with it as Angela Hill. Plenty of instructions coming from the corner of Angela Hill. Brandon Levi and they team at Evolution Muay Thai. Horizontal elbow, but quarter on the forearm. Skip up knee there from Angela Hill. Uppercut elbow, crossing elbow. Double shot off the right arm. Should score very highly for it. Outside leg kick from Travis. Catches the kicking leg and dumps it to the canvas. That should score highly for Monique Travis.
Hill doing a little better with her jab now.
Right hand lead from Hill. Catch and sweep again. No, Monique Travis couldn't execute there. Hill just needs to find that mustard, that power in the right hand she does possess.
Having trouble with the distance a little bit.
Using the right elbow as well, though, in the clinches, Hill. Into the wrap. What do you score higher here, folks? Did you like the dump from Monique Travis? Did you like the elbows from Angela Hill? Certainly a close contest here at Lion Fight 11.
I want to see uppercuts, especially coming out of clinch. Looking for the big elbow out of clinch. Set it up in an uppercut first. Okay?
Both girls inside fighting. Scrap a nice elbow by Hill. She's been able to fit those in pretty well. In those tight spaces, I'm surprised that Travis hasn't thrown a few of them. Good catch and dump here by Travis. Usually scores well, and it's fatiguing having to get up off the mat over and over. Nice way to fatigue your opponent.
10-9 Angela Hill, says Pat Miletich. Very close contest with 2 rounds remaining.
Round 4.
Jabs by both ladies. There's the overhand right from Hill, but as Pat mentioned in the previous round, the distancing, the timing just hasn't been there so far tonight. Yeah, she's hunting for it now, Angela Hill. A much more aggressive start from her.
Absolutely, but Travis, her movement's messing Hill up. She's bouncing in and out a lot. And Hill's not sure on when to let that right hand go.
Uppercut elbow. Outside thigh kick from Travis. Uppercut elbow from Hill. Neither lady has taken a breather in this contest. They've been in each other's faces for almost 4 rounds solid.
Hill initiated the clinch there. Travis landed some good punches and forced her to clinch up.
Referee could separate them here. Hill gets off a knee, and indeed Tony Weeks, good job. Fakes it there with the uppercut, step through jab. Angela Hill. Travis with a nice outside thigh kick.
Good fake front kick with the jab.
Crossing elbow off the right arm from Hill.
See Travis hopping outside of that right hand. See how she messes around with her footwork.
Front kick from Monique Travis. And again, this one off the right leg. Double jab, body shot, hook upstairs from Angela Hill. Some combination work now from her. The bartender from New York City. Clinches up with Monique Travis against the ropes now.
Good job driving forward on those punches. Getting into the clinch and working the knees again.
This is scoring stuff for Angela Hill. The knees inside the clinch with under a minute remaining in the penultimate round. One of 2 women's fights on tonight's card. The other, of course, being Christiane Cyborg taking on the undefeated French champion, Jennifer Colombe. Knee again from Hill.
Hill doing a good job of using her leverage, trying to keep Travis against the ropes.
Stop. I got you that much.
Colombe coming up against Cyborg. And a stiff right hand there from Travis. She takes a big breath. Final 10 seconds. Is there a Hail Mary shot left in this round for Monique Travis? She takes a knee. We go to the towels.
chin down, keep looking for that big right. You're going to land it eventually. All right? Just keep doing it. Back it up. Also, I'd like to see an uppercut this week. Okay, big right uppercut. Boom, up under the fight. As she goes,
Crowd here at Fremont Street absolutely loving it. A sellout crowd. One round remains for Angela Hill and Monique Travis. Hill's taken 3 of the 4 rounds so far on Pat Militich's scorecard. And both women come out boxing. Good right hand from Monique Travis. Hill on the front foot now.
Nice.
Solid knee to the liver. Angela Hill, aggression at the start of the 5th round. There's the right hand. Here's the full clinch.
Now she's dictating the pace.
Tries to wrench her around with that clinch. You control the head. You get a good clinch on. You control where the body goes. Outside leg kick. Hill goes body, then head. No real starch behind it, though.
Yeah, Travis got a little more explosion on the punches.
Uppercut elbow from Monique Travis. Jab from Hill. Good right hand. Doubles up on it as Monique Travis. Stepped in nicely to close the distance.
Got clipped with a nice hook from Hill there.
Long, lanky fighter is Angela Hill. And as she grows in experience in the pro ranks, she'll learn how to use her reach to her advantage. She'll learn how to keep shorter opponents like Monique Travis at bay with stiff jabs and nice long-reaching front kicks. Inside leg kick from Hill. Right hand loop. Body shot, then goes Hill.
Right approach to this round. Not caring about Travis's footwork or feints or fakes, just coming forward and staying busy. Nice elbow, spun her around with that one.
Rocks the head back with the jab. Angela Hill in control here in the 5th and final with about 1 minute remaining. Monique Travis has to dig deep. She must find something. Has Monique got any tricks left? Has she got the energy in the tank here? Overhand right from Hill, inside thigh kick. It's all scoring combinations for Angela Hill. Jab 2 from Travis. Catch and sweep, gets the takedown. Right hand just backs off Monique Travis. Time now the enemy of Travis. She's got to throw wild for the next 20 seconds.
I'm surprised they haven't gotten cut with the head clashes. Every time they throw, they lean in. See how they do that.
Double forearm guard against the high left round kick. Has Travis got one big salvo left here? End of the fight. They go to the judges. Beautiful left hook there from Angela Hill. Just catching Monique Travis below the right ear.
Hill doing a good job here, coming in, keeping that leg and putting her on her back. Travis dumped her later on in the round, though. And overall, it was a good round for Hill. She came forward a lot more in that round, a lot more aggressive. Said to heck with worrying about Travis's footwork and feints and fakes and just came after her.
49-46 says Pat Militich after 5 rounds in favor of Angela Hill. Great sportsmanship there from both ladies, who will be successful on their first professional fight. And let's go up to our ring announcer, Jake Gutierrez.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards after 5 rounds in this women's bout. We have a unanimous decision. All 3 judges, Glenn Trowbridge, John Baker, and Robert Hoyle, scored this bout the same, 50-45, for the winner by unanimous decision in her professional debut, Angela Hill.
No doubt about that one. Angela Hill's pro career 1-0 after an undefeated amateur career before it. Well, folks, every Friday night, Inside MMA is your source for everything going down in the world of mixed martial arts. Breaking news, the best highlights, and exclusive access to your favorite fighters. Catch all the action at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on Access TV, your home for MMA. That's 2 fights down tonight. More to come when we return Lion Fight 11 live from Fremont Street in Vegas, baby. We'll be right back.
My DNA is what wrote my path. It made me dream, and then made me fearless enough to chase it. My DNA is what brought me here, to the point of realization. I didn't choose this, it chose me. My DNA is my destiny, my calling, and I listen.
In the real world, security surrounds us. There are cameras, police, guards. But who looks after us online, where we spend more than $200 billion a year? American Express can help protect you with intelligent security that learns your spending patterns and can alert you instantly to an unusual charge. So you can be a member of a more secure world. This is what membership is. This is what membership does.
Mixed martial arts legend Baz Rutten introduces his Baz Body Action System. Now you can train like a super athlete right in your own home. The revolutionary Baz stand is engineered to disperse impact and withstand the toughest punishment. It can be customized for all sizes and configurations. And when you're done, it folds up effortlessly in just seconds and is light enough to store anywhere. Unlike other workout programs, soft targets ensure you can always have the correct form and add resistance to your routine. Now you can sculpt your entire body, the whole package, while learning real self-defense techniques.
People walk up on the street to me and they say, man, you changed my life, and there's one thing I can tell you, that when you get the Body Action System, it's going to change your life too.
The customizable training stand with head, torso, and 2 focus pads and Baz's beginner through advanced DVDs to guide you is yours to try risk-free.
Welcome back to historic Fremont Street in downtown Las Vegas, where Lion Fight 11 is alive and happening as we tick down towards our 2 big main events. Cosmo Alexander versus Nampong. And of course, the undefeated Jennifer Colombe of France takes on Cyborg in our women's welterweight contest. And Kevin Ross, the Soul Assassin, takes on former K1 Max Japan champion Tetsuya Yamato. Okay, folks, once again, up to our ring announcer, Jake Gutierrez, to bring out our next fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring out our next 2 fighters. Please welcome, making his way to the ring, Caio, Uruguay.
Caio, Uruguay. The odds may be stacked against him, but he's confident he can shock the Muay Thai world tonight and defeat the superstar Malapet. Uruguay, a karateka and a kickboxer. He won't engage in a lot of clinch work, knees or elbows. He'll rely on his kicks, particularly his left head kick in his hands. He says Malapet has underestimated him. He says Malapet believes this will be a walk in the park. He says Malapet hasn't trained for this the right way, and this Thai star is going to get the shock of his life. Uruguay says he will knock out Malapet with his hands here tonight.
Could be just unorthodox enough to give Malapet problems. We'll see.
And now ready to enter the ring, would you please welcome Malapet Sassiprapa.
In the world of Muay Thai, they don't come much more experienced, exciting, or decorated than this man. Malapet the Diamond, a household name in the sport, the current WBC World Welterweight Champion, former IKBA, IKKC and IMTA world champion. Legs as hard as, well, diamonds. Just brutal leg kicks. Savage. Malapet says he only sparred in camp for this one. He didn't run. He didn't work the Thai pads. He just did round after round of sparring. And he had no compliments for Uruguay as an opponent. He laughed when we asked what Uruguay does well that he needs to look out for. Malapet said the fight ends when he wants it to, any way he wants it to.
We'll see if he overlooked this guy, though.
Malapet, all the experience, is 11 years the elder, gives up 3 inches in height, has 1 pound in weight, and gives up the reach in the arms, but has the reach in the legs. Once again, Jake Gutierrez.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we continue here at the Fremont Street Experience with our next bout of the evening. 5 rounds featuring a welterweights. Judging will be Adelaide Bird, Mark Smith, and Glenn Trowbridge. Once again, the man in charge, referee Steve Mazzagatti. Fighting out of the blue corner, he wears the white trunks, and he weighed in at 144 pounds. His professional record, 13 victories, only 2 defeats, including 5 wins by knockout. Originally from Brasilia, Brazil, he now fights out of Boca Raton, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Caio, Uruguay. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing pink and white. He weighed in at 145 pounds. He is a veteran of 176 professional fights, including 143 victories, 27 defeats, 6 draws, with 52 wins by knockout. From Thailand and now fighting out of Fresno, California, introducing the Diamond, Malapet.
Malapet Sassiprapa choosing to do a quick white crew Ramoi before the fight here. A tradition of Muay Thai fighters, of course, over in Thailand. When you fight Muay Thai, before your fight, you must do the Ramoi, the white crew. Sellout crowd here at the Fremont Street Experience outside the D Hotel and Casino. Let's go up to Steve Mazzagatti, the final instructions.
All right, gentlemen, let's have a good, clean, fair fight. Obey my commands, protect yourself at all times. Now hook them up.
Malapet Sassiprapa comes in the favorite of this one, minus 220. The comeback on Uruguay at plus 170. Thanks to William Hill at the D Hotel and Casino for tonight's odds. The traditional removal of the Mongkong will be placed on the corner post. The Prajer armbands around the biceps of Malapet Sassiprapa. All part of the traditional Muay Thai uniform. Not so for Uruguay, who hails from a karate and kickboxing background. Look out for the shattering leg kicks of Malapet Sassiprapa.
His kicks are vicious, and he's not taking this guy serious at all.
Said he didn't need to hit pads, he didn't need to run in camp for this one. All he needed to do was spar. The question has been raised. Has Malapet underestimated Caio Uruguay?
See how he just caught that foot, clamped down on the heel and the top of the foot and just yanked him off his feet.
Step up elbow off the left hand from Malapet. Uruguay with the jab too. Overhand right, the big kibosh! And Malapet drops him early. Perfectly timed overhand right from the Thai superstar.
Totally relaxed, came out of nowhere with that right hand, slick.
Uruguay tastes the power. Can he recover here? Overhand right again from Malapet. He wants to knock him out here in the first.
Uruguay now knows he's in a fight.
Left hook from Malapet. Overhand right again, second knockdown. 2 perfectly timed overhand rights from Malapet. With timing like that, he shouldn't be Thai, he should be Swiss. Just beauty to behold here from the Diamond. And he comes forward again. Still plenty of time to find the knockout.
Scared.
Overhand right again, knocks him down for a 3rd time.
You can't telegraph anything against Malapet.
Mazzagatti not paying that as a knockdown. Catch here, counter right, round kick from Malapet.
Malicious round kick to the body.
This man is brutal. This man is ferocious. Puts him on rubber legs. Double right hand, uppercut elbow. Surely it's over now. They throw the towel in.
Smart move, smart move.
Malapet Sassiprapa bludgeons Cal Uruguay inside of 1 round.
Smoked him off the ropes with the 2 right hands in a row and then caught him on the ricochet off the ropes with the elbow. That's experience.
Malapet has been on a tear of late. My word, that was brutality.
Malapet, just perfect timing. See him sneak that right hand over the top. Totally relaxed, been in a ton of fights. Look at that, catching that kick and then dropping him again. Watch him bouncing with the 2 right hands off the ropes. He catches him with the elbow coming back at him. That's a lot of experience, understanding ricochet off ropes and how to time it. Scary, scary dude.
Corner through the towel in on Cal Uruguay.
See if he wants to stand up. Do you want to stand up?
And look at Malapet. A little bolt under his left eye. Hardly raised a sweat. Let's make it all official with Jake Gutierrez.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout ends at 1 minute 52 seconds of the first round. At the request of the blue corner referee, Steve Mazzagatti stops the contest. The winner by TKO, Malapet.
Malapet Sassiprapa, that record now 149 victories. An absolute monster in every department. Just when you think Malapet will come out swinging with the leg kicks and destroy Uruguay's legs, he came out with the overhand rights, timed perfectly, and absolutely brutalized the Brazilian. Okay, Pat Milicic now has a very special guest. He doesn't need an introduction, does he? Over to you, Pat, with Tito Ortiz.
All right, Tito, great to see you, brother.
And thank you much, man.
Brought the monster with you. Cyborg,
yes.
It was a really tough weight cut, I think, for her yesterday. She looked pretty sucked up. I've seen a lot of fighters dehydrated. You know, how bad was it yesterday?
You know, it wasn't super bad. You know, she's so used to doing it. She already cut weight, actually, July 13th, the last fight, when she won the title. But being here when the weather's a little drier, you know, it was a little harder for her, but she was able to get her weight down. She was able to get her weight back up, so she's confident she's going to put on a show tonight, so we'll see.
Right. Now, the switch to Muay Thai, nobody really expected Cyborg to switch back over to Muay Thai. Is that just due to having trouble finding opponents in MMA, or what?
A little bit of trouble having opponents to find MMA 145 pounds, but she wants to continue to stay active. You know, it's not only she went before her last fight when she won the title, she went did some jiu-jitsu tournaments. Now she's here doing stand-up. She want to do her complete game. She wants to continue on getting better and better in each realms of mixed martial arts, and doing here in Lion Fight. She's going to do it tonight.
I think that's smart. Now, it's been 7 years since she's fought Muay Thai.
Yep.
Is there going to be a little bit of a feeling out process tonight?
I don't think there's going to be a feeling out process. There's never a feeling out process with Chris Cyborg. She comes in and shows why she's the pound for pound best fighter, woman fighter in the world today.
Awesome. Now, one more question for you. One, have you ever sparred with her before? And if so, how hard does she hit?
I've never sparred with her. I've rolled with her jiu-jitsu, and I had a triangle. Everybody, of course, go on YouTube and watch her pick me up and drop me to the mat. She's strong as heck, and I know I'm excited for tonight. A little nervous, of course, being a manager and a coach, but I expect nothing but the best from Chris Cyborg tonight.
Awesome, brother. Well, best of luck to you guys, and best of luck to you against Rampage.
Ronald, thank you much, man. I appreciate it.
Up next, Chris Cyborg and Jennifer Colombe head to the ring.
Oui, je suis pas venu ici pour en touriste. Je suis ici pour gagner, avant tout. Je vais tout donner sur ce combat parce que j'ai bien l'intention de me faire remarquer, quoi.
I love Muay Thai, and the people who follow me a long time, you know, I started in Muay Thai. But I don't think I need to prove anything, you know. I try knockout, I try great fight.
Lion Fight 11 on Access TV. We'll be right back.
I told her I provide like I'm out of my shell. food, and getting to have them both in one place is a rare thing.
Deep in the land of the great wide open, let the water roll all over.
It's a good recipe for a great evening. What better place to do it than right here in Nashville?
Mixed martial arts legend Bas Rutten introduces his Bas Body Action System. Now you can train like a super athlete right in your own home. The revolutionary Bas stand is engineered to disperse impact and withstand the toughest punishment. It can be customized for all sizes and configurations. And when you're done, it folds up effortlessly in just seconds and is light enough to store anywhere. Unlike other workout programs, soft targets ensure you can always have the correct form and add resistance to your routine. Now you can sculpt your entire body, the whole package, while learning real self-defense techniques.
People walk up on the street to me and they say, man, you changed my life, and there's one thing I can tell you, that when you get the body action system, it's going to change your life too.
The customizable training stand with head, torso, and 2 focus pads and Bas's beginner through advanced DVDs to guide you is yours to try risk-free.
Welcome back to the Fremont Street Experience in downtown Las Vegas. Line fight 11 certainly electrified. And if you've just joined us, you missed seeing Sassiprapa Malapet the Diamond absolutely annihilate the Brazilian by the name of Uruguay. Coming up next, a fight we've all been waiting for, the return to Muay Thai of arguably the most dangerous woman on the planet, Chris Cyborg, as she takes on undefeated Jennifer Colombe of France. Let's take a closer look.
Oui, je suis pas venu ici pour en touriste, je suis ici pour gagner, avant tout. Je vais tout donner sur ce combat parce que j'ai bien l'intention de me faire remarquer, quoi.
You know, I come from Muay Thai in my gym, and I have one professional fight and the 3 amateur fights, and I love Muay Thai, you know, and the people follow me know I like Muay Thai, and always my fight I want to keep stand up because I like striking, and I'm very excited for fighting only Muay Thai. I like a new challenge, you know, I like keeping motivation. I like competing because I like new adrenaline, you know.
Bah, le combat, je l'ai su il y a une semaine, hein, même pas. Donc j'ai pas pu me préparer comme il se doit pour ce combat. Mais ça n'empêche. Je suis quelqu'un qui donne tout à fond. Donc je vais faire la même.
I think I respect her because she's accepted the fight 1 week before, you know. And I'm very blessed to get this fight because I train hard and I won a fight. And I respect her, I respect all my opponents, you know.
Mais je suis très contente et aussi je suis impressionnée qu'il y ait autant de personnes qui vont regarder mon combat. Ce sera pour moi la première fois. Après, je ferai justement tout pour marquer les esprits des Américains, voire même dans le monde entier.
I love Muay Thai, and people who follow me a long time know I started in Muay Thai. And I'm very blessed because I'm in live fight now and I compete MMA and Muay Thai. But I don't think I need to prove anything, you know. I try knockout, I try great fight.
Will it be Vive la France here at Fremont Street, or will Cyborg crush? Let's go up to Jake Gutierrez.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our next 2 fighters. So please welcome, making her way to the ring, Jennifer Colombe.
France has produced a proud tradition of excellent Muay Thai fighters. Jerome Lebana, Danny Ville, Johan Ledon, Dida Diafat, Farid Viom, Jean-Charles Skabowski. And here is Jennifer Colombe from Bordeaux, undefeated 10-0 with 10 knockouts. She takes this fight against Cyborg on 1 week's notice after so many other women knocked it back. Nobody wanted a piece of Cyborg. Nobody, but Colombe took it. She says she doesn't care about Cyborg's size. She doesn't care about Cyborg's ungodly strength. She says her and her head coach, Hamid Mouler, have worked out a game plan. The plan is not to knock out Cyborg, but to pick her apart with kicks, work her over with knees in the clinch, and earn a decision.
Gonna have to fight smart. Gonna have to pick at her, tie her up when Cyborg comes forward, throwing punches. Not gonna want to get into slugfest with Cyborg.
Now heading to the ring, here is Chris Cyborg.
She doesn't need any introduction to the fight world. Cyborg, one name that says it all, that sends fear into the hearts of opponents. Arguably the most dangerous woman on the planet, an MMA superstar. But here she is in Muay Thai, out of her comfort zone. No takedowns, no wrestlings, no submissions, just striking. She hasn't fought Muay Thai since 2006. She's only fought Muay Thai 3 times as an amateur with no losses. An aura of invincibility, man-like strength in MMA, but will it translate to Muay Thai success here tonight for the awesome Chris Cyborg?
Right, she normally wrecks MMA girls with punches, knees, and elbows, totally destroys them. But we'll see how that works with a Thai fighter tonight.
Colombe 10-0 with 10 knockouts. Cyborg 1-0. Colombe 2 years the elder, 1 inch the taller. Gives up weight. Colombe not making weight, underweight. Cyborg having to cut a lot of weight. The reach goes the way of Cyborg in the arms, Colombe in the legs. Our experts fight cage for this one. Kicks even, punches even, knees go the way of Colombe, elbows even, power goes the way of Cyborg. Once again, Jake Gutierrez.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we continue here at the Fremont Street Experience. This bout is scheduled for 5 rounds in the welterweight division. This is a special attraction, a super fight, featuring the women of Muay Thai. Our judges are John Baker, Dick Houck, and Robert Hoyle. Our referee in charge, Junichiro Kamijo. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She's wearing the black trunks and she weighed in at 141 pounds. She is unbeaten as a professional. 10 bouts, 10 victories, all 10 wins by knockout. Tonight, she makes her United States debut from Bordeaux, France. Here is Jennifer Colombe. And her opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. She's wearing white and she weighed in at 145 pounds. She is an MMA women's champion and her record as a Muay Thai fighter stands at 1 bout, 1 victory, that win by knockout. Originally from Curitiba, Brazil, she now fights out of San Diego, California. Introducing Chris Cyborg.
Cyborg and Colombe is a happening.
This is the 5 round full rules Muay Thai fight. Protect yourself and obey my command all the time. Pass up.
Final instructions from referee Junichiro Kamijo. The closing odds on this one, unbelievable. The favourite Cyborg at -3,000. The comeback on Colombe at +1,000. A sellout crowd at the Fremont Street Experience. Michael Chevello, Pat Milicic with you.
Let's see how fast Cyborg starts.
Right hand down the tube from Cyborg early on. Colombe gets an early taste of the power. She's got to get off the ropes. She's got to move.
Not digging that at all.
You've seen Colombe fight before. She does tend to drop her hands after throwing her combinations, which will be dangerous. Step through knee off the right leg from Cyborg. Backs her into the neutral corner. Throws the left down the tube. Colombe needs to tie her up here.
Cyborg just molesting her in the corner there, tossing her around.
Colombe's got to sling the legs, got to use her teeps, got to keep Cyborg at bay, sit behind the jab and circle off. She can't go toe-to-toe with the power, the ferocity of Christiane Cyborg.
Colombe might want to tuck that chin when she's throwing punches.
Look at the strength in the clinch, the knees to the breadbasket. Colombe shakes her head, says she's okay. Referee wipes off the gloves.
She just snapped her down onto her face.
Cyborg just abusing Colombe early here. Colombe step across inside thigh kick. One to the outside thigh, but she drops her hands and Cyborg powers down the center. It's all too easy for Christiane Cyborg here in the first round. Overhand right from Cyborg. Colombe's got to get off the ropes.
That kick was brutal.
Cyborg's elbow almost takes her ear off. And there's the knee to the belly button. The French woman from Bordeaux in a whole lot of bother. Tries to put on the knee guard, and Cyborg just throws her off.
Colombe going to get tired real quick, getting tossed around like this.
There is a welt just to the side of the left eye, courtesy of the elbow. Jab from Cyborg. Colombe eating punches. Spinning back elbow from Cyborg.
Colombe's lucky that one didn't land.
Crossing elbow, Cyborg. Colombe turns her back. The referee should put on a count. Cyborg ties her up. Almost throws her across the ring. Colombe has no idea what has hit her here in the first round. She glanced to Ahmed Moulay in the corner. She's seeking some instruction. Spinning back elbow, but it allows Cyborg to put hands on her. Not a clever idea from Colombe. Cyborg working the clinch, working the knees.
Colombe just not able to set anything up. She's just outmatched and overpowered right now.
Colombe's got to sling her legs and then move. That's her only chance of survival here. Sling the legs of Cyborg, move off, sling the legs again, get out of range, and try and pick points that way.
Equipment adjustment there.
Cyborg setting the right hand. Boom, there it goes to the body. Crosses it to the head. Final 10 seconds of the opening round. Cyborg just manhandling Colombe here. She glances to her corner, Colombe, and she'll get a much-needed break. And Ahmed Moulay must really give her some instruction now. He's got to tell her to sit behind her reach. Use her footwork, use the entire ring, because if she stands toe-to-toe with Cyborg in the second round, she is going to get dropped.
It's called when the train's coming at you, step sideways and get off the tracks, brother. Here comes Cyborg. Doing a great job throwing the knees and the elbows in that first round and landing a lot of punches. Just too powerful. Look at her snapping her down, dumping her right on her face. Nice job throwing that lead leg kick to step inside, follow up with the punches, get into the clinch and work the knees. Just brutalized her.
Second round, 10-9 Cyborg in the first. Colombe needs to fight smart here. Let's see if he gets her kicks off. She starts with a right cross and a left round kick. But Cyborg just walks through the Frenchwoman's attacks, locks her down. Downward elbow to the top of the head there from Colombe with the right idea. Puts on a knee guard, and that's good defense.
Yep, and she swung that elbow in there nice.
Cyborg. Jab. Stiff jab to the nose. Colombe not slinging the legs. This is the cardinal mistake she's making. And it's Cyborg who goes to the outside lead thigh. Colombe calls her forward.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Right high kick from Cyborg. Trying for the decapitator.
You know, Colombe planned on outpointing her. She's not going to do that. She's got to look to cut her with elbows and try and get the fight stopped.
And look how Colombe is offering her chin. Tries to sucker it into a back elbow. Gets tagged with the right hand. Puts on the knee guard wisely. And referee Camijo separates them.
Tell you what, that elbow skimmed right over Cyborg's head. Had that connected, we might have seen some blood.
Just have a look how high in the air Colombe's chin is. She's not tucking the chin and looking through her brow. She's dropping her gloves. And Cyborg's walking through. Now she lifts up her gloves.
Looking to spin again. Look at her. Yep.
Spinning back elbow. It's not working for her.
No, and she's telegraphing it.
Exactly, Pat. If you can see it here from ringside, guarantee Cyborg can see it coming even a couple of seconds earlier.
Yeah, but we know what we're talking about, sort of.
She glances to her corner again, Colombe, looking confused, looking worried. Tries for a crossing elbow. Elbows, body shots, knees from Cyborg. The whole arsenal of Muay Thai here from Christian Cyborg.
Hey, step back.
Colombe going backwards. Looks like somebody getting hit with a bunch of boulders going downhill.
And Cyborg fighting patiently. She's not bull rushing. You feel she could, and no one would blame her for that strategy. But she said she wanted to fight tonight for experience, to keep herself competitive, to prove she is the most dangerous woman on the planet, no matter what the discipline. And Colombe takes a tumble. Referee's going to score it as a count. Some rubber legs there for Jennifer Colombe.
Colombe's going for it at least, throwing those spinning elbows.
25 seconds on the clock here in the second round. Spinning hook kick from Cyborg.
That was pretty.
Colombe is not seeing some of this technique coming. The unexpected high kicks and spinning hook kicks. Colombe on the back foot. You can't be there. Turns her back to Cyborg. Left hand, right hand, Cyborg. Colombe in time. Boom with the right hand. Colombe saved by the bell. How much more of this punishment can Jennifer Colombe take? She has just been beaten up like a $2 pinata, and Hamid Muller slaps her across the face and says, get with the program.
That wasn't very kind of him to slap her after what she just went through. Cyborg putting on an exhibition here, turning her around with those punches. She's hitting her so hard. And you got to hand it to Colombe for surviving this barrage.
Jennifer Colombe does not know defeat as a pro fighter. 10-0 with 10 knockouts coming in here tonight. But she has never tasted the power of someone like Christian Cyborg. 2018 after 2 sets, Pat Milicic. Cyborg quick off her stool here, prowling like a lioness, ready to pounce again on a seemingly hapless Jennifer Colombe.
Keith Kaiser was in the corner of Colombe, telling them they better make something happen. She's not going to be around longer.
Outside leg kick, body shot, Cyborg again, turns on the aggression, locks her up in a clinch. This is a beautiful fight from Cyborg. She's done everything right. And she's not just relied on 1 or 2 techniques. She's pulled them all out here. Spinning kicks, low kicks, high kicks, body shots, head shots, elbows and knees. Superb clinch as well. Colombe on the back foot. She'll wear a right hand in a moment. There it is. And to the body. Belly button through the back. Colombe in trouble. It's over now, surely. Yes, it is. Colombe can't continue. Cyborg folded her in half like origami. And she did it easily. Christian Cyborg pounds out Jennifer Colombe in the 3rd round.
Just a complete physical mismatch.
You've got to take your hat off if you're wearing a hat to Colombe for taking a fight on 1 week's notice, travelling from France, coming up in weight for the first time in her career. She had to put on weight for the fight. She was chomping down hamburgers 2 days ago. Still couldn't make 145. She could only make 141. But you know the facts, folks? So many fighters from around the world, I know for a fact, were approached to take this fight with Cyborg. Some of them very big world-renowned names you'd all know. None of them wanted a piece of Cyborg. Let's take another look here. Cyborg just brutal. Body, body, body. Good call from the referee to wave it off there. And I am impressed with Cyborg. Her technique, her strategy, the weapons she employed, not just the punches, not just grappling and kneeing, but the boxing, the kicks, the spinning kicks, the elbows, the full Muay Thai arsenal. Christine Cyborg, with Tito Ortiz in her corner, absolutely devastating. Jake Gutierrez is about to make it all official here. Cyborg said she will fight more Muay Thai to stay busy. Says she wants to prove she can be the best in her division at this sport. And she just dismantled a 10-0 fighter who had 10 knockouts on her record. Colombe devastated. Ahmed said to us yesterday, Jennifer Colombe is like my own personal PlayStation. I press the buttons in the corner and she reacts instantly. It didn't work out like that here tonight. The wrong game plan against Cyborg, and she paid the price. Sportsmanship there from Colombe and Cyborg. And now Jake Gutierrez to put it into the history books.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Junichiro Kamijo starts this contest at 54 seconds of the third round. The winner by TKO victory, she is the world's best pound-for-pound female fighter, Chris Cyborg!
Cyborg victorious here. Pat Miletic now has Christian Cyborg.
All right, Chris Cyborg, great performance tonight. It's been 7 years since you fought Muay Thai, but it looked like you didn't miss a day. How do you feel?
Every day Muay Thai, I started training Muay Thai and I love it. And now I have a fight tonight, I fight in very excited. I love fight, I love competing, and I'm very happy here.
Good. Now the weight cut looked like it was pretty difficult for you yesterday. 140, 145 hard for you to hit.
Yeah, it's always hard for me to make 145, but I think the first fight for me it's a make weight, and after the fight, the second fight, but my focus is second, only 145, but that's really hard for me to make that.
Now are you going to plan on adding a Muay Thai world title to an MMA world title?
Yeah, why not? I train every day. For fighting for belts, and for sure I come back.
When do we plan on seeing you again? Last question.
November. I think in November I fight MMA in Big FC.
All right, beautiful performance, Chris. Congratulations. Chris Cyborg, ladies and gentlemen.
Chris Cyborg there with Pat Miletic. Folks, plenty of action coming your way on Access TV. Here's our lineup. On October 4, MFC 38 from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, Anthony Hamilton, Shmelina Rama for the heavyweight strap. And then Legacy 24 from Dallas on October 11, Ryan Benoit and Damasio Page. And next day, CFA 12 live from Miami. It's Fallon Fox versus Ashley Evans-Smith. And then the 18th of October, XFC from Nashville with Hot Sauce Holtzman against Carol on the card. We park our peepers backstage, our main eventer, Cosmo Alexander, getting set for his showdown against the former Rajdaman champion, Nampong. That one on our main event coming up soon.
Main event. The Soul Assassin Kevin Ross and Tatsuya Yamato are ready to deal. Lion Fight 11 on Access TV. We'll be back in a moment.
The great thing about rock and roll is that we were inventing it as we went along. When you first hear those early Who records, again, where did it come from? I mean, Pete's guitar style. It's so different than anything else that was out there. That was what's so wonderful about it.
Led Zeppelin is amazing.
Led Zeppelin is groovy.
Led Zeppelin is the real deal.
Led Zeppelin is eternal. Led Zeppelin is everything. Led Zeppelin is the shit.
Mixed martial arts legend Bas Rutten introduces his Bas Body Action System. Now you can train like a super athlete right in your own home. The revolutionary Bas stand is engineered to disperse impact and withstand the toughest punishment. It can be customized for all sizes and configurations. And when you're done, it folds up effortlessly in just seconds and is light enough to store anywhere. Unlike other workout programs, soft targets ensure you can always have the correct form and add resistance to your routine. Now you can sculpt your entire body, the whole package, while learning real self-defense techniques.
People walk up on the street to me and they say, man, you changed my life, and there's one thing I can tell you, that when you get the body action system, it's going to change your life too.
The customizable training stand with head, torso, and 2 focus pads and Boz's beginner through advanced DVDs to guide you is yours to try risk-free.
I've wanted to fight Yamato for years now, ever since he won the K1. He's a high-action fighter, which is what I try to be too. And when you have 2 high-intensity, high-action fighters, it'll make for a great fight. This will be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and be for everybody, for the fans, for me.
前々からケビン・ロスのことは知っていて、一緒の大会にも出たことがあったんで、すごい強い選手だし、ファイトスタイルも好きな選手だったんで、聞いた時は嬉しかったです。
My last fight, the plan was for me to start a little slower, take my time, not do what he was expecting me to do, which really played into that style of his, which is layback counter. I think anyone who knows me knows that's not how I fight, and it was throwing me off, trying to fight that different style. But there was also things I wanted to work on, which is good. It was a hard lesson to learn that I overdid it. You can expect me to be myself in this fight.
すごくお互いいい試合できると思うんで噛み合うと思うし、最終的には大和魂とは、諦めない気持ち、最後まで前に出続ける、気持ちの折れない戦いをすることです。
I'm just trying to be me, I'm done thinking. I'm ready to start doing and just getting back to the way I used to be. Just better. So now, just go out there and fight, and leave it all on the table and let the chips fall where they may, and then I'll be happy.
It is time for our co-main event as the Soul Assassin Kevin Ross set to take on former K1 Max Japan champion, the battleship Tatsuya Yamato. Once again from the Fremont Street Experience, Lion Fight 11, let's go up to Jake Gutierrez.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring out our next 2 fighters, so please welcome, making his way to the ring, Tatsuya Yamato!
America has proven a mixed bag for this Japanese star, Tatsuya Yamato. 2-2 in fights on US soil, his first time fighting in Las Vegas. The 2010 K1 Max Japan champion, 2012 WBC International champion, with a staggering 22 knockouts to his name. He says he'll knock out Kevin Ross here tonight. Yamato can't allow Ross to establish his rhythm. He needs to curb Ross's aggression. He'll look to chop the Soul Assassin's legs and then clobber him with hands over the top. Let's take a closer look now at the battleship Yamato.
Yamato, I really like this guy's style. He stays very composed in fights. He's got a really sneaky lead left hook that you just saw there. He does it to a lot of people. Puts it in there nicely. Great timing, and the guy's defense, his parries and head movement are flawless.
Mongon around the head, he goes over the top rope as all Muay Thai fighters do. The battleship Yamato in the ring.
And now, ready to make his entrance to the ring, here is Kevin Ross.
Kevin Ross, arguably the biggest name in American Muay Thai. Channeling his inner Karate Kid here tonight. He's beaten some great names, including Malapet, Coach Shanawa, Justin Grisvich, Chike Lindsay, Kenny Yamato's name to the list. Ross will need to fight smarter than ever before. He'll need to shut down Yamato's K1 style. A style that brings about a lot of quick combinations. Is he the best around here tonight? Kevin Ross!
We're going to find out. He had a kind of a rough fight last time. It was a very close fight. These highlights don't portray that, but wasn't the best Kevin Ross we've seen. He's a lot better than what we saw last time.
The tail of the tape for our co-main event. Yamato 29-11-1, Ross 26-9. Ross is 8 years the elder, has the height. weight. Gives up the reach in the arms, but has the reach in the legs. Our experts fight gauge for this one. Kicks are even. Punches go the way of the Japanese fighter Yamato. Knees even. Elbows to Ross. And power is even. Once again to Jake Gutierrez.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we present our co-main event of the evening, scheduled for 5 rounds featuring super lightweights. Our judges will be Robert Hoyle, Mark Smith, and Glenn Trowbridge. Our referee, Tony Weeks. Fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing black with red and white, and he weighed in at 139 pounds. His record stands at 29 victories, 11 defeats, 2 draws, with 2 wins by knockout. Coming to us from Aichi, Nagoya, Japan, here is Tetsuya Yamato. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing black with orange, and he weighed in at 140.5 pounds. His professional record, 26 victories, 9 defeats, including 9 big wins by knockout. He comes to us from Dublin, California, introducing Kevin, the Soul Assassin, Ross.
A lot of support here, as always, for the Soul Assassin, Kevin Ross. Sellout crowd on hand here at the Fremont Street Experience for Lion Fight 11. What a tremendous event Lion Fight President Scott Kent has put on, still with 2 more fights to go. The removal of the Moncon on Kevin Ross. The prajur around his arms, around the arms of Yamato, who's already awaiting Ross in centering. The Thai amulets removed here. Ross taking his time. A little bit of a psychological game here, making Yamato wait for him. Any advantage you can get.
Show can't start without him.
He is the show.
Good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times, above all, protect yourselves at all times. Let's go.
Yamato tremendously confident, flew into the US on Monday, looked very relaxed around the hotel all week, very relaxed at the weigh-in and the press conference yesterday. He comes in here tonight at minus 160, Tetsuya Yamato. Kevin Ross at minus 120. Michael Chevello, Pat Miletich with you. Outside leg kick from Yamato early, tip kick from Ross.
Ross looks very lean, very in shape.
Ross could not allow Yamato to establish any sort of fluency and rhythm with his punches. First clinch of the fight, and Kevin Ross gets a nice dump, dead center of the ring. Will score for it.
Get the psychological game going right away.
Counter left hook there from Yamato. Crossing elbow from Yamato. He's got deceptive elbows, does the Japanese battleship.
Watch his left hook. He sneaks it in, man. Ross has got to be careful dropping that right hand.
Momentary catch and a counter left hand. There's the right, and Ross is forced back. Yamato on the front foot now. They clinch up, and Ross looks for the takedown again and gets it. A little bit of preservation there from Kevin Ross, as Pat said he did get caught.
Yeah, that hook staggered him a little bit.
Stiff jab from the battleship. Crossing right elbow, and again misses the target.
He's throwing those elbows for keeps.
Ross is leaving those teep kicks out far too long. Yamato is capitalizing. Double elbow to the jaw of Kevin Ross. There's the left hook. Ross getting caught here in the first round. He's got to wake up. He's a little too cold. Yamato catches him again.
Fighting a guy like Yamato, you got to keep your right hand glued to your temple. Unless you're throwing it, man, it stays home.
Just over the halfway mark of the opening round here. Kevin Ross needs to wake up. Already 2 cuts on the bridge of the nose of the American. He wrenches for a takedown again on Yamato. Prajur just slipping down the left arm of Yamato, sticks the jab straight on the kisser. Left hook again from Yamato. Ross with a jab, threads it through nicely. Teep kick gets caught, lift the leg out again, a little too long back.
Yes, yes.
Round kick to the ribcage. Front kick from Yamato. Yamato with that hook again.
This is what I'm talking about with Yamato. He just stays composed. Look at him, steely.
Liver kick from Ross, then goes a little higher. Yamato digs the balls of the feet into the belly button with the teeth.
Yanked the teeth back that time.
Right hand curls over the top. Ross goes to the body, then the head. A high check off the leg kick there from Yamato. Jab from the Japanese. Ross tries to turn him with the left hand. Step across leg kick from Yamato. Misses with the right.
That liver kick hurt Ross badly.
And
he
so
dropped
too.
his right hand down to his liver.
Double elbows to the orbital. Smashing elbow again. Uppercut elbow from Yamato. Doing a number on Ross in the corner.
My goodness.
My word. Kevin Ross split open by the elbows after one round. Not what Kevin Ross expected.
Get it.
Yamato came out firing, throwing those elbows. Didn't expect that out of the K1 fighter quite as much, but doing a good job in there. He landed some nasty stuff, and he loads up. He's throwing the elbows for keeps here. One lands, threw quite a few of them, and his left hook was finding its home quite a bit.
Kevin Ross needs to wake up in the second round. A slow start in the first, got caught napping, got caught flat-footed, was leaving the legs out there far too long. He has now tasted the elbows. He has now tasted the vicious, deceptive left hook of the battleship Yamato.
His nose might be broken.
Ross trying to spur the crowd to rally for him here. 10-9 first round Yamato, says Pat Milicic. And Ross with an uppercut elbow. Looks to have a little bit more snap about him now. Kevin Ross, high head kick. Goes downstairs. Yamato checks the kick. Some fast hands now. There's a cut on the back of the head of Kevin Ross. Blood trickling down his back.
Yeah.
Yamato, emotionless. Steely gaze. Catch and sweep. Kevin Ross, Muay Thai 101.
He wanted a big flight with that one.
This is more like the Kevin Ross we've come to love. Can he maintain the pace? Yamato sets a crazy pace every time he fights.
Just stays in your face. That's all he does, just stays there. Looks for openings.
Who will remember some of his romps in the K1 Max days when he knocked out Kazayamon Sega? Maybe one of his biggest victories. Inside leg kick from Ross. Overhand right from Ross was a nice one.
Yeah, right behind the ear.
Kevin Ross has got his timing down pat here in the second round. Catch and counter, misses with the right.
A little more movement, a little more activity, head movement, some feints, some fakes.
Ross with a teep kick, fakes it on the second time. Double jab from the American. Overhand right from Yamato, gets countered with a hook. Rib kick from Ross. Nice right hand lead, hooked it off the back there. Kevin Ross then goes to that lower right rib cage again and doubles up on it. That seems to be the sweet spot he's found, tucking that left leg under the right arm of Yamato.
Yeah. Watch Yamato, he's checking the kicks, blocking really well. Look at how he parries, his hands are out in front of him. He catches the punches as they're coming in. It's very frustrating when a guy's good at parrying, trying to land those punches on him.
Uppercut elbow from Yamato, steps up with the left foot and drops it nicely. Catches those jabs, the palm turned outwards as a lot of Muay Thai fighters do. The reason they do that is A, to catch the punches, but B, also to throw the elbows more effectively rather than have your hands turned in with a Western boxing guard.
Right.
Now you see Kevin Ross turns the palms out a little. Step across outside leg kick from Ross. Nice jab from Ross. Overhand right, left hook, good combination. Teep kick, left it out there. Yamato can't capitalize.
Ross trying to push off right away with that side kick after he got his kick caught.
Ross looking for the dump. Yamato just shrugs him off. The Praja again causing problems. If it keeps happening, they may have to cut it off the arm of Yamato. Jab 2, kangaroo here from Kevin Ross. Caught that one on the elbow, did Yamato, so Ross goes to the inside lead thigh. This has been Kevin Ross's round, no doubt about it. He was asleep in the first, he's woken up here in the second, and now we have a fight in our hands.
Great round for Ross. Ross giving Yamato a little airtime, catching that kick. He put everything into this. Trying to land him on his head, daze him a little bit. Ross, great job in that round, staying busier with his hands, using more feints and fakes. And you didn't see any left hooks very much out of Yamato because the timing was getting thrown off on him. He didn't know when to throw it.
We are ready to roll. Second round, a third round of action. 1 round apiece, says Pat Milicic. 10-9 the battleship in the first. 10-9 the Soul Assassin in the second. Can Ross keep the pace up now? Yamato trying to hook over the top. Ross again going to that sweet spot on the right side of the body with the round kicks. Short left hand there from Kevin Ross and an inside thigh kick.
I guarantee Ross's corner said, you can't let this guy set up. You need to stay in his face, stay busy, use those feints and fakes, and he's doing it pretty well.
Ross looking for the right elbow. That lead leg round kick of Kevin Ross is working a treat for him. Nice angles, evades the right hand of Yamato. Left hook from the Japanese. Goes to the body. Good change up there from Yamato. Skips forward, doubted himself, and Ross just missing out the opportunity to capitalize. Good counter kick to the legs from Yamato. Ross again going to the body, where there's some red welting just underneath the right elbow of Yamato.
Ross doing a great job. Every time Yamato tries setting up in this round, Ross doing a pretty good job of coming after him.
Solid elbow to the eyebrow off the left arm from Yamato. Kevin Ross powers into the kick. Outside thigh kick from Ross off the back leg.
Yeah, he put a little steam into those.
Overhand elbow from Ross. Uppercut elbow, trying to shave his nose off. And a crossing elbow to the orbital.
Both throwing elbows at the same time, 3 times in a row there.
Front kick to the sternum. Ross off the lead leg, drops it a little lower, then lower again, then switches up. Good switch kick to the body.
Yes.
Catch and sweep.
Very
Excellence of execution again from Kevin Ross.
Yeah, that beautiful technique of clamping on the top of the foot and the heel of the foot and trapping it and yanking on it and then putting that leg out.
Yamato has got to start defending against those lead leg round kicks that are tucking below his right elbow. Body shot from Yamato. Uppercut elbow. Stepped through there from Ross, leaves the leg out. Yamato couldn't capitalize. Crossing elbow didn't get through. Back elbow from Ross.
A little double leg action.
And a nice dump there from the Soul Assassin. 45 seconds on the clock. Third round of 5. Arguably the fight of the night so far here at Lion Fight 11. Ross again goes to the body, doubles up off the lead leg.
Just keeping stuff in Yamato's face, keeping him occupied.
Oh. Yamato flips him on the chin with a crossing elbow. That Prajer again slipping down the arm.
That was bone on bone. I heard that clear as day.
Referee's going to look at that Prajer. Yamato keeps adjusting at mid-fight. You see again, that could prove dangerous.
Ross doing a good job of getting that right hand up when
head kick! Almost slapped the taste out of his mouth.
When Yamato's hooks are coming, he's doing a good job of stopping them.
Ross on the front foot, hunting for elbows. What a fight!
He's cut good over his right eye.
Kevin, you're winning these rounds. He's just getting an occasional cut.
Little spinning back elbow, misses its target, hits the forearm of Yamato, and then goes into his double leg action. Nice elbow right across the jaw. That was the bone-on-bone sound that echoed through this place. Ross sneaking that head kick in nice. Just clipped his chin with the toes. Need a little more shin bone to say goodnight.
10-9 Kevin Ross in the third. Says Pat Milicic. How are you scoring it, folks? For everyone watching live on Access TV. Hope you're enjoying it. Lion Fight 11 from Las Vegas.
Ross is in shape, man. High output of kicks and punches.
Oh, front kick. How taste my feet. And A left high kick from Kevin Ross. Yamato curls the right hand, then goes a body kick off his lead leg. Crossing elbow to the bridge of the nose. He damaged that nose in the opening round. Yamato has a lot of sneaky techniques he gets in here. A lot of sneaky elbows, a lot of sneaky left hooks and short right hands. But what he has to be careful of fighting here in the US is that being on the back foot, even though he's sneaking a lot of his techniques in, will not necessarily play well for the judges.
Right, going backwards. And Ross is staying busy enough to win these rounds. Even though he's being cut up by these elbows, Ross has got more output on strikes.
Left hook again from Yamato.
Ross trying to roll with it now and come over the top with the right hand.
Outside leg kick from Ross. The elbow from Yamato. He's just so fast with the elbows, and they're sharp elbows.
And there's that beautiful head movement.
I've lost count of how many cuts Kevin Ross actually has on his face and on his head. Downward elbow to the clavicle there from Yamato. High kick from Ross! And Yamato just got on the inside and ducked a little to prevent the full force.
And Ross has meat hanging off his eyebrow right now.
Wow, that right eyebrow of Kevin Ross.
Nice little sweep to a punch.
He's got a money box over his right eye, Kevin Ross, as he sticks a deep kick into the midsection. Overhand right from Ross. Yamato needs to go to town on that damaged eye, and he does. Big elbow connects for him. Yamato again with the left elbow. That's the one he wants to connect with.
We're getting sprayed, Michael.
Yep, just wipe some of Ross's blood off my iPad.
This is what I love.
And Yamato is a nasty fighter. He always has been. He'll go after that cut. He'll try and really open up a big gash over the eye of Kevin Ross.
I just want to scream at Ross, get your right hand up, protect that cut, man. Nice combo by Ross.
Ross with the check. Yamato takes another team kick. Yamato wants to work his way inside. Forearm guard, though, against the head kick from Ross.
Yeah, and he waited. Perfect timing on that. He waited for it to develop and then released it.
Now, this is the conundrum for the judges. Will they score the kicks and punch combinations of Kevin Ross, or will they score the exquisite elbow work of Yamato? In Thailand, they may very well give that round to Yamato. In America, most likely will give it to Kevin Ross.
Yes, sir. Michael, there's blood on your head.
All he's looking for is the hook. Oh, he's good. Oh, yeah, he's good. Fine, fine. Yeah, you're good.
I still find you attractive, though. You're all right. They are working on Ross in the corner, man. He is cut up and just keeps coming forward. Gotta love this guy.
10-9, Kevin Ross, says Pat Milicic. One more round to go in what has been the fight of the night here at Lion Fight 11. We have had some wicked ones. Ross opens up, kicking, looking for the body, cracking down the forearms, maybe a loop kick over the top. There's the right hand over the top. Yamato's hunting again with his elbows. He's going to that damaged eye. Kevin Ross, a big right hand. Yamato swinging for the left hook.
He landed a couple solid shots in there.
And Yamato baiting Kevin Ross to come forward and walk into an elbow. And Ross comes forward, overhand right body shot. Another elbow to that damaged eye.
Blood is spurting out of Ross's head right now.
The irony is that Yamato, before he fought, used to work as a house painter. Well, it's Kevin Ross who's painting the ring red here with his blood tonight. Uppercut elbow from Yamato.
He lands it.
Overhand elbow from Yamato. Kevin Ross in trouble now. Ross, blood just spewing out of, I don't know how many cuts here. I really don't.
Goodness.
The doctor's going to take a look at it.
These elbows are just tearing Ross up. Yamato just sitting back, taking his time. Vicious elbow across the head, hitting him on the temple. That's going to definitely take your equilibrium. Ross off balance there after that one.
They're going to allow it to go on. Kevin Ross might have to change his name from the Soul Assassin to Kevin Red Cross Ross. Right hand from the American. Yamato wants the elbows, you can see it. And there it is, double left hook to the eyebrow. Here comes Yamato. And Ross on the ropes, eats an uppercut elbow to that damaged nose.
Yamato pulling the trigger now, man.
Left hook uppercut combination from Yamato. Kevin Ross on the back foot. Ross is bleeding even more, he's cut wider open. Yamato wants to finish. This is crazy. This is awesome. This is Muay Thai.
Never seen a guy lead so well with elbows coming in.
Body shot, outside thigh kick from Kevin Ross, and again chunks the quads. Yamato returns the favor. Ross with a crossing elbow. Ross with another elbow. Catch and sweep, Kevin Ross. And the crowd rallies for the Soul Assassin.
Yamato looks at the referee and points at Ross like, seriously, dude, this guy is bleeding like a stuck pig.
Kevin Ross will not go down. He will not go quietly into the night and wave a white flag. You've got to do a lot more than this to stop the Soul Assassin. And Yamato comes forward. Kevin Ross a crossing elbow.
Ross needing to land some big shots here to take this round.
Yamato wears a right hand. Overhand right from the Japanese. Toe to toe, they slug it out. Two warriors. Ross ties him up. Drills a knee, one to either side of the hips. What a round. What a fight. Final seconds. We have seen something extraordinary. We have seen something epic.
Let him up.
Wow.
This one gets a massive standing ovation.
Incredible fight. That is world-class Muay Thai right there, buddy.
If you're watching Muay Thai for the very first time, that is what the sport is all about.
The referee is absolutely coated in blood. Nasty fifth round here. These boys were getting after it. Staying busy. Ross just coming forward into those elbows, not even caring. Taking everything that Yamato had to give. Another brutal elbow. Almost took Ross off his feet. Ross trying a desperation spinning elbow over the top there.
How do you score it, folks? Yamato or Kevin Ross? Pat's scorecard is 48-47, the way of the Soul Assassin. Yamato came close in that final round, you feel, to stopping the fight. A few more elbows might have done the trick. Don't forget, folks, you can vote on our iPad app for who you think will win all of our fights tonight. Who are you choosing in our main event between Cosmo Alexander and Nampong? Lodge your vote now and you can win some signed gloves. Download our Access TV Fights Companion app from the iTunes store or play along on our Facebook page. And at the moment, it's a close one. 51% say Cosmo Alexander, 49% say Nampong. Okay, let's find out who won it. Jake Gutierrez.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I announce the decision, please show your appreciation for these two fighters, Tetsuya Yamato and Kevin Ross. And now we go to the scorecards. We have a split decision. Judge Glenn Trowbridge scored this bout 48-47 for Yamato. Judge Mark Smith scores it 48-47 for Ross. And Judge Robert Hoyle scored the bout 48-47 for the winner by split decision, Tetsuya Yamato.
Tetsuya Yamato does it in what was the fight of the night here at Lion Fight 11. 30-11-1, the record of Yamato. Great sportsmanship here from both men. That was an epic match. Folks, we've seen some great fights here tonight at Lion Fight 11. Jose the Matador against Scotty Leffler first up. And it was Palacios who looked to be in control, but Leffler got a surprise decision. Monique Travis, Angela Hill, both on pro debut here tonight. And Angela Hill from New York came away with the win. The next fight was an absolute cracker. Watch Malapet as he just totally dismantles Count Uruguay. If you think this was brutal, check out our next fight. Christiane Cyborg and undefeated Jennifer Colombe of France. Cyborg just abused her. The fight of the night. Kevin Ross defeating Yamato. It's been awesome.
Up next, it's main event time in Sin City. Nampong and Cosmo Alexander throwdown when Lion Fight 11 on Access TV rolls on.
Led Zeppelin is amazing.
Led Zeppelin is groovy.
Led Zeppelin is the real deal.
Led Zeppelin is eternal. Led Zeppelin is everything. Led Zeppelin is the shit.
Dish customers, you can get high-speed internet anywhere you live with DishNet.
We live out in the middle of nowhere. Really, until DishNet came out, there's really not any option but dial-up.
I live in a really small town. I love to Skype with my husband. He's deployed. Having good, reliable internet is very important. If I didn't have the Dish internet, it wouldn't have been able to happen.
Dish can bring you high-speed internet anywhere you live. DishNet gives you speeds as fast as 4G.
We live out in the middle of nowhere. We had to drive 20 miles into town to check our email. And DishNet has us completely covered.
Now you can connect for less. Dish customers, call the number on your screen now to get high-speed internet anywhere you live and save $10 a month with DishNet.
With DishNet, we can do anything on the internet we want to do.
Don't settle for slow internet ever again. Dish customers, call the number on your screen now to get DishNet high-speed internet and save $10 per month. Call now and you can also get free activation, a $99 value. Anywhere you live, we've got you covered.
Welcome back to the Fremont Street Experience in downtown Las Vegas. Lion Fight 11 has been extraordinary, and we've still got the main event to go. Michael Chavello, Pat Milicic with you. What has been a brilliant night so far. Our main event still to come. Up next, Cosmo Alexander returns to Muay Thai for the first time in 2 years as he takes on Rajdamnern champion Nampong of Thailand. Pat, if you're playing super coach in the corner of Cosmo, what are you telling the Brazilian to do?
Hey, get inside the long legs of Nampong, box with him, be physical, throw him around a little bit, dump him a lot, because Alexander's got the MMA experience. He's going to have good takedowns, better takedowns. He should be able to dump Nampong a little bit, try and wear him out, and big brother the heck out of him.
The betting here at the D Hotel and Casino, courtesy of William Hill, is close. The final odds for this one, Cosmo Alexander, -110. Nampong at -120. Here we go, we are ready for our main event.
Style. Probably he'll start kicking and try kick, sometimes clinch. I know he has good elbows, but the hardest thing to fight Thai guys is like the tricks. It's like Brazilian soccer. Thai guys like Muay Thai.
คอสโมเข่าเตะต่อยดีครับสำหรับผมก็อาศัยเทคนิคมวยไทยเตะแคนชิ่งตีเข่าผมก็เป็นแชมเปี้ยนจากเมืองไทยก็สู้เต็มที่ครับ
I started my career now on MMA. I have 6 fights, but my first love is Muay Thai. Of course, I want some belts and I don't have yet, but Muay Thai is not more like that. It's my job. Of course, I want to get paid, but I want to have fun.
สำหรับผมก็ดีใจครับที่ได้มาโชว์ที่อเมริกาผมเป็นคนไทยดีใจที่ได้มาอเมริกาครับมาให้ทุกคนได้รู้ว่ามวยไทยเป็นยังไงดีใจครับครั้งนี้เป็นครั้งแรกของผมจะโชว์ให้เต็มที่ครับโชว์ผมก็จะโชว์ศิลปะแม่ไม้มวยไทยจากไทยแลนด์โชว์ให้ทุกคนได้เห็นว่ามวยไทยเป็นอย่างไร
And it's time for our main event, Cosmo Alexander versus Nampong. Once again, up to our ring announcer, Jake Gutierrez.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to present our next 2 fighters making their way to the ring. So would you please welcome Nampong.
One of the hottest fighters on the World Muay Thai circuit today, 2-time WMC World Champion, 2010 Rajadamnern Stadium Champion, which in Muay Thai terms means quite simply, you are the man. He makes his US debut here tonight following in the footsteps of the great Yobson Clay Fairtex, who has fought twice here at Lion Fight in Las Vegas and is undefeated. Look out for Nampong's left teep kick, for his right head kick, his crazy angle work, and his knees in the clinch. Nampong knows he has to look out for Cosmo's hands and elbows, but predicts he'll knock out the Brazilian with a head kick or with his knees.
His timing's sick. He's very relaxed when he fights. You'll have that when you've got 138 professional fights, but uses his length very well, and when he's inside, he negates people.
And now, making his way to the ring, here is Cosmo Alexandre.
He used to be nicknamed Hoost because his exquisite style was reminiscent of the great K1 champion Ernesto Hoost. Cosmo Alexander is a Muay Thai fighter of the highest caliber. A multiple champion, a King's Cup champion, but how will a 2-year absence from Muay Thai affect him here tonight? He's been tearing up the MMA scene in Bellator, but Muay Thai is a completely different game, and returning after a 2-year hiatus and fighting a champion like Nampong is no easy task, Pat.
No, he's got a guy with a massive amount of experience, but he's an explosive guy.
Nampong has the experience over Cosmo. He is also the younger. Cosmo has the height. The reach of the hands is even, but Cosmo has it in the legs. Our experts fight gauge. Kicks go the way while they're even. Punches even. Knees even. Elbows gonna go the way of Nampong. Power gonna go the way of Cosmo.
Cosmo got to get off to a fast start. Nampong's not a fast starter. Traditional Thai. Got to get on him right away.
Once again up to Jake Gutierrez.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lion Fight Promotions in association with the D Hotel Casino and Access TV is proud to present our featured bout of the evening, scheduled for 5 rounds in the middleweight division. This bout is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The chairman is Bill Brady. Commissioners are Francisco Aguilar, Skip Avancino, TJ Day, and Pat Lundvall, and the executive director is Keith Kaiser. Our physicians at ringside, the lead is Dr. David Watson, assisted by Dr. William Berliner and Dr. Anthony Ruggiero. Our timekeepers this evening are Jim Cavan and Steve Esposito. The three judges assigned to score this bout will be John Baker, Adelaide Bird, and Dick Houck. And when the action starts, the man in charge, referee Steve Mazzagatti. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Fremont Street Experience, right here in exciting Las Vegas, Nevada, it's time for the leather to fly. This is the main event. Introducing first, he'll be fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the red, black, and gold trunks, and he weighed in at 160 pounds. His professional record, 94 victories, 35 defeats, 9 wins by knockout. Originally from Bangkok, he now fights out of Atlanta, Georgia, and making his United States debut, here is Nampong. And his one across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He wears red, gold, and yellow and white trunks. He weighed in at 159.5 pounds. His record, 40 victories, 14 defeats, 19 big wins by knockout. He originally comes to us from Sao Paulo, Brazil, and now fights out of Boca Raton, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Cosmo Good Boy Alessandre.
All right, gentlemen, give us a good, clean, fair fight. Obey my commands, protect yourself at all times, and hook them up.
We are ready for our main event of Lion Fights 11. Cosmo Alexander versus Nampong. Both men have held world championships. Nampong also has held the highly respected Rajdaman Championship. One of the two great stadium championships in Thailand, the other being Lumpini. Michael Chevello, Pat Miletich with you there. Southpaw stance here on Nampong. Look out for his high left round kick. Look out for his teeps off both legs.
Sneaky.
High teep off the lead leg early on from Cosmo and a high right round kick. Nampong, club turned outward, guard nice and high. Cosmo trying to power down the tube with the right hand.
Cosmo has the power. He needs to put it on him early here.
Cross lead it was there from Nampong. Maybe confounded Cosmo a little. Didn't expect it. Catches the kicking leg here. Time to work some knees and elbows perhaps in the first clinch of the contest. Break. Nothing happening there, and referee Steve Mazzagatti breaks them.
You know, if you look at the two of them, it's a physical mismatch. And I'm sure Nampong's dealt with plenty of strong guys in a 138-fight career.
Fake there from Cosmo Alexander. Nampong switching. Chops downstairs and Cosmo checks the kick.
Nampong doing a good job of faking that left hand and then releasing it.
Weaves out of the way of the high right round kick from Cosmo. Nice evasion there from Nampong. Nampong, high left round, tucks it under the right arm.
Cosmo looking a little tight right now.
Good outside leg kick from Nampong. It's Nampong on the front foot, taking it to Cosmo in these exchanges so far. Not a lot of power being traded, but it is Nampong who has been coming forward. Now a chance for Cosmo. Outside crescent kick almost there from Nampong, and he resets, keeps his back against the ropes.
Both being pretty wary. Obvious respect for one another.
Cosmo wants to come down the center with the right hand. We may see it soon. Nice dump there from Cosmo. Left high there from Nampong. Cosmo, forearms caught it.
They can keep that right hand at home a little bit.
Body shot from Cosmo. Nice combination work from here. Short knee from Nampong. And referee Mazzagatti breaks him. 25 seconds remains. First round of 5. Fake there from Nampong. Left high from Nampong.
Comes in like a bullwhip.
He looked for a round kick, switched it into a front kick. Clever stuff from Nampong.
A balance off the rope.
High knee too. Cosmo gets one off to the left waist. End of the first round, we go to the tags. It is a welcome back to the Muay Thai ring for Cosmo Alexander after a 2-year break. Scorecard after 1:10-9, Cosmo Alexander. How are you scoring it, folks? We're watching live on Access TV, Lion Fight 11 from the Fremont Street Experience in Las Vegas. Southpaw versus Orthodox. Nice 1-2 there from Cosmo. Comes forward aggressively, throws an elbow. Knee in the clinch. Knee from Nampong, knee from Cosmo.
See Nampong bumping, trying to get some room, get him off balance.
Little pecking knees here from Nampong, trying to get some torque in there. Hooks the leg, nothing else coming. Referee wisely separates them. High left round, counter to the inside thigh from Cosmo was sweetly done.
Yes, nice counter.
Inside leg kick from Nampong. Cosmo looking to smash the legs and transition into a clinch, does so, has Nampong backed against the ropes. Wastes a little too close. Nampong not able to get the knees off, and the referee breaks them again.
Neither one using any elbows in there, both staying very close.
Inside leg kick counter there from Cosmo. Teep kick. Cosmo the left hook and a short knee. That'll score well for him.
Yeah, good power and explosiveness.
You see how once Cosmo scores, he moves his hips very close to Nampong, not allowing Nampong to really chamber any effective knees.
And Nampong with that bounce, he's trying to keep him off balance in terms of not knowing when the knee is actually coming.
And Cosmo with a duck. He has the strength here over Nampong. And Nampong figure out a way to get the upper hand. High left round, counter right left there from Cosmo. Clinches up again, throws a short knee.
Not letting those kicks go unanswered, very smart.
Using his left leg here, Nampong. Left hand lead. Good evasion from Cosmo Alexander. Gets out of the way of the high kick. Inside leg kick. Body shot from Nampong. Not quite sure as to what the strategy of Nampong is at the moment, Pat. He seems to be trying to fill out a few different avenues and see what works as Cosmo looks for a dump.
Well, and I think he's realizing that Cosmo's a very powerful guy. He's trying to be careful in here.
Stop, break, fight.
Half a minute remains, second and 5. First round, Pat Miletich giving it to Cosmo Alexander. Wasn't a lot of action in it. Traditionally in Muay Thai fights, the first 2 rounds are very slow. Action starts to pick up in the third, and we are on full steam in the 4th and 5th. There's a catch and a counter right hand from Cosmo. Will score well, so too the dump, and it should seal the round for Cosmo Alexander.
Cosmo Alexander doing a good job, not letting any of these kicks go unreturned. Good job firing right back with the punches. And most of the time he'd fire a knee right after the 2 punches. He landed several of those. Little limbo stick action, leaning back out of the way. Does Cosmo Alexander getting out of the way of that kick.
2018, says Pat Miletich after 2. Time for Nampong to get a move on with things.
I have a feeling he's going to heat up here.
Jab from Nampong. Leaves the leg out there a little long, and Cosmo trying to sweep out the support leg once again. Throws him in the canvas like yesterday's garbage. Nice work here from Cosmo.
Tried to catch him with the knee or the kick on the way down to the ground.
Perfectly legal.
Yep.
Cosmo again. Catch and sweep. Nicely done. 2 times already in this round, but Nampong's had to pick himself up off the canvas. Body shots now from Cosmo.
A little cross training in MMA and Muay Thai never hurts in the clinch. Dump people a little easier.
Nampong trying to get his right arm free, but Cosmo wouldn't allow it. No elbows coming in that clinch. Nampong with the round kick. Teep kick. Short knee. And he executes a dump on Cosmo. Just a slightest body talk there from Nampong. High left round, Cosmo saw it coming. High left round again from Nampong. Nothing getting through Cosmo's guard, so he goes downstairs. Big crossing elbow from Cosmo. Had the right idea.
And Mazagati almost jumped in there, and I'm glad he didn't. Because that happened the way it was supposed to.
Knee guard here from Nampong, now releases it. Cosmo gets off a couple of knees off the right leg. And Mazagati breaks it. Nampong's got to start throwing with some more power. Slings the high left. He's gone to that technique so many times in this fight, but hasn't caught Cosmo yet.
No, the slow starting by the Thai fighters, the guys from Thailand, has gotten them in trouble in the scoring before here in America.
Cosmo went for a catch and counter with the right cross. Looked to catch the kicking leg again. Body shot unsuccessful for Nampong.
For the fans at home, Mike, you can tell them why the Thai fighters start slow because of the gambling.
They do. They place the bets on the fights.
During the fight.
And yes, of course, during the fight. Spinning back elbow from Cosmo. So really, there's no need for Western fighters to start slowly, as so many do when they try to imitate the Thais. And you know that the reason the Thais do start slowly is so they can lay on as many bets as possible. Doubling up off the left hand there, Nampong. Catch, counter, right thrust from Cosmo. Throws the knee. It's been another round for Cosmo Alexander. Nampong's got to come out in the next round with some power and some telling blows. Nampong throws his hands in the air, but I don't see him taking that round, Pat. If you're in the corner of Nampong, what are you telling him to do?
Oh, get to work. This is America, brother, not Thailand. Let's go.
You need to make a decision. You need to win this
Do they have any power? So please, give me one fucking straight right hand and put him on his ass.
Here's line fight 11 from outside the beautiful D Hotel and Casino on historic Fremont Street in downtown Las Vegas. We've got a 30-27 fight on Pat Miletich's scorecard after 3 rounds. Cosmo Alexander and Nampong of Thailand. Teep from Nampong. It's an orthodox stance here, Nampong. Body then head. Just not a lot of power from Nampong so far tonight. A lot of pitter-patter punches. The only true power has come from that left leg head kick, but Cosmo's caught it every time as he did again there.
Nampong dealing with a serious athlete here. He's going to have to outsmart him. Try and get him out of here.
You can tell the difference in style between a Thai fighter like Nampong and a Thai fighter like Malapet, who we saw earlier, or Yotsun Fairtex, who we saw last time.
who are much more aggressive and powerful in their strikes.
Yeah, they are more powerful.
Nampong likes to pick up threads and see if one unravels itself. So far, though, no threads coming loose on Cosmo Alexander.
No, sir, he's solid.
Break. Nampong nowhere near the target to throw that lead elbow.
Cosmo doing a good job of shutting that down, keeping his paws on those arms, creating friction. Makes it hard to get your shots off.
Nampong certainly has a lot of activity in this round, just nothing effectively landing for him. Meanwhile, Cosmo looks to go to the body, presses him against the ropes. Soft knees again from Nampong. And Mazzagatti breaks them. No real sense of urgency here from Nampong.
None.
Cosmo's defense is too tight. Overall, Cosmo Alexander just far too strong for Nampong. If there were no ropes there, it would have been dumped on that occasion.
What's the difference between fast twitch muscle and somebody not having it, right?
Indeed. Again, Cosmo comes forward, slams that inside thigh kick. Double forearm guard against the left round. It seems to be the only kick that Nampong is looking for. In truth, they clinch up again. Crossing elbow from Cosmo and a knee to the ribs. Then the other side of the body on the waist, doubles up on it. Nampong, a couple of little tip-tap knees, but nothing here. No chamber.
And you can see the power of Cosmo. When he gets the inside tie, he just presses that arm down. He's not doing it right now, but right when they clinched up, he just pushes his arm down where he wants it.
Knee guard from Nampong. Final seconds of the round. Swings in the knees as Cosmo Alexander. He's been a bit of a kleptomaniac, Cosmo. Really stealing the rounds at the end. And again, I see another round for Cosmo here. It's all for Nampong to do. He's got to get a move on with it.
At this point, I think Nampong's just happy to be fighting in America or something. I don't know what's going on.
You see none of the tenacity that we've seen in the likes of Malapet, the likes of Yotsenbai Fairtex. None of the aggression, none of the walk forward style. Sitting back far too much, far too relaxed.
Cosmo Alexander does have tight defense. Negating stuff, catching kicks, booting the leg out from underneath Nampong. Always firing back with punches also when the kicks come. Here it is again. That's correct blocking right there. Both arms come across. And a nice job. You got your choice then. You can throw a right hand, throw a kick, do whatever you want at that point. Opponent's on one leg.
All one-way traffic to Cosmo Alexander, and I just don't see anything in the arsenal yet of Nampong that could upset Cosmo here. Fifth and final round. Jab from Cosmo, sharp to open up.
Yeah, very crisp.
Unless Nampong has been playing possum for 4 rounds. We'll see if he opens up. There's the left high kick, but Cosmo's still reading it well. He is just on point here tonight, Cosmo. There's the aggression now from Cosmo Alexander.
Blistering right hand from Cosmo, then that left knee to the liver.
Nampong inside thigh. Actually looks a bit wary of the power of Cosmo. Continually backing off. Cosmo goes headhunting. Nampong looks for a dump, can't execute.
Did a good job getting his hips in. Got him off balance for a second.
All right. No elbows here tonight from Nampong. Knees have been unimpressive from him. Cosmo's defense, offense has been superb. Knee again from Cosmo to the right ribs. Looks for a dump and gets it in the corner, right in front of our commentary position.
Going to knee on belly from MMA there.
Right, Cosmo's won his last 5 on the trot in Bellator after losing his first outing. Good step across outside thigh kick to the back leg.
Cosmo also did something really nice in that clinch. Once he got him off balance, he switched up his grip, pressed the head down, and then launched the left knee into the body. Quick thinking.
Elbow finally from Nampong. Eats a front kick. Counter to the right round kick. Knees again from Cosmo. Only 1 minute 10 for Nampong to try and find something. It's going to have to be a Hail Mary shot, you feel.
I don't think he's got the power to hurt him unless he lands the head kick, Michael.
I would say one of the other chances that Nampong might have had would have been to try and cut Cosmo with an elbow in the clinch, but he's only thrown one elbow, I believe, in the whole fight pack.
Right, Cosmo, see how he gets his head in tight? Next to Nampong's, he's negating those elbows right away. I think he's pretty aware of Nampong's ability to throw those.
Stop. Break. Stop.
Completely one-sided affair here. All one-way traffic to Cosmo Alexander. Unless Nampong can find something, it will be a minor miracle if he does. Certainly a lot of posturing, a lot of movements, but as he gets dumped again, I can't really recall, Pat, one telling blow from Nampong.
No. And you see Cosmo Alexander there pinching his knees, his thighs in on the back of Nampong, kind of showing a dominant position.
Well, this is not the Nampong we expected. I doubt he'll be invited back to Las Vegas again. So I hope he enjoys watching the Cirque du Soleil shows. Nampong pumps his fist in the air. I don't know why. Folks, plenty of action coming your way in your home from MMA Access TV. Here's what we've got coming up. We're in Edmonton, MFC 38, October 4th. 3 title fights, including the heavyweight strap. Anthony Hamilton and Shmelino Rama. Then Legacy 24. From Dallas, Ryan Benoit and Damasio Page in what will be the most stacked Legacy card ever. And then, the very next day, we're in Miami. CFA 12 features Fallon Fox versus Ashley Evans-Smith. And then XFC 26, October 18, from Nashville, Hot Sauce versus Roger Carroll for the lightweight strap. The D Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, the Fremont Street Experience. What a night it has been. The main event was a little slow, but before that, the Kevin Ross Yamato fight, Cyborg Colombe, Malapet Uruguay were absolutely electrifying. It's nice to see Muay Thai in front of a big audience here in the USA. It's nice to see Lion Fight trending on Twitter. And Jake Gutierrez is ready without a decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. All 3 judges, Adelaide Bird, John Baker, and Dick Houck, scored this bout the same. 50-45 for the winner by unanimous decision, Cosmo Good Boy Alexandre.
Never a doubt about it, Cosmo did it easily, and he is going to have a word now with Pat Miletich.
Alexander, cautious fight for you. Were you just trying to play it smart, not get caught by any elbows from him?
Yeah, the problem is like, my last Muay Thai fight was 2 years ago. So, different time, you know. I felt a little bit the distance, but man, I'm happy. Thank God. God is amazing. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you for the care of me, of my kids. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Now, obviously, you've got a lot of MMA experience now also. Do you think that helped you in terms of sweeping him and dumping him a little bit, or what?
Everything was Muay Thai today, except a little bit boxing. I'm sorry, Maestro Pedro Diaz. I know you expect more than me, more from me this time, but it was my first fight after 1 year and Muay Thai after 2 years. So I'm so sorry. You are the best coach I had in my life. More than coach, you, my friend. Thank you very much, Master.
All right, now is it going to be Muay Thai, MMA, or are you going to do both?
I will do both, but I need to fight more Muay Thai. It's different distance, different cardio. I need more Muay Thai.
All right, Cosmo, you've been a great fighter tonight. Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, guys. And I'm sorry about the fight. I know wasn't like really good, but next time I promise you guys will be better.
You did fine. Cosmo Alexander.
Cosmo Alexander gets the win in his return to Muay Thai, and I'm sure we'll be seeing more of him. Well, folks, what a night it's been here from the Fremont Street Experience in Las Vegas. You've been watching Lion Fight 11 on Access TV. The executive producer of Access Sports is Daryl Lee Watts, director Jason Bourne, producer Mike Ricci, Tape producer Josh Harper III. Director of Live Operations Chris Markwell. Production assistant James McQuinton. Technical director Roberto Rios. Audio Ryan Lewis. Remote engineering Jeff McIntyre and Denny Stone. Manager of Business Affairs Adam Sweet.